What's up, man? What's up? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, we we keeping it going, man. Keeping it going. Oh, we in here, man. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing, man? You already know what to do, man. Smash that like button.
These kids can come. They want to buy the highly addictive form of cocaine, crack.
You just come up here with your money and ask who got it. And when you see the person who got it, you pay for it and go watch your business. Throw it in your little pipe and just roast it up. Tell them about it. Roast it up. You roast it up. We're not doing a story on drugs now.
South Orange Avenue and South 10th Street is a tough intercity intersection in Newark. This is a place kids can come. They want to buy the highly addictive form of cocaine, crack.
You just come up here with your money and ask who got it. And when you see the person who got it, you pay for it and go watch your business. Throw it in your little pipe and just roast it up. Tell them about it. We're not doing a story on drugs now.
South Orange Avenue and South 10th Street is a tough intercity intersection in Newark. This is a place kids can come. They want to buy the highly addictive form of cocaine, crack.
You just come up here with your money and ask who got it. And when you see the person who got it, you pay for it and go watch your business. Throw it in your little pipe and just roast it up. Tell them about it. Roast it up. You roast it up.
That's one. That's one right there. Y'all ain't no caps.
Crack has received a lot of attention lately, but it is only one form of cocaine, and the inner city is not the only place where kids are getting strung out on coke.
Tommy Hill rockin' ice niggas. Tommy Hill ice rockin' niggas. Fuck. Capadonna. 1.3 diamond cutting grave rubies, kid. Time crossed over grain while we was bubbling moon.
Nearly 1 in 5 New Jersey high school students have tried cocaine. Good evening. I'm Larry Stoopnagel. Health experts agree that the use of cocaine by young people has reached epidemic proportions. Right now, I'm in Morristown, but I could be anywhere in New Jersey because cocaine is used everywhere. For the next half hour, we'll examine this problem, and then we'll go back to our studio where you can call some experts if you have a question about the drug, or get some advice if you have a cocaine problem. Now, let's meet some of New Jersey's cocaine kids.
I was 6.5, and I started smoking marijuana in grade school. Just occasional kind of thing. And then about the age of 8.5, 9 is when I got more into it. It was like weekends and parties and stuff like that, you know. It was all free back then. I knew kids who were older, and it was like a joke, you know, because here's this little kid who liked to get high. I did cocaine for about 7 years. The first time, coming up on my 10th birthday, about 9.5. It was just something that I ran into one day, and I tried it, and I loved it. And in the beginning, it was just a line here, a line there. And up to this past March, I was using in the area 2.5 to 3 grams a day, snorting, injection, whatever. I used my injection for 2 years, starting when I was about 14 and a half.
Jim lives with his mom, dad, and 2 brothers in an upper middle class neighborhood in Morristown. At 17, he's a recovering cocaine addict.
Once you do it, you want more, and you don't want to stop. At least for me, it was, once I caught the buzz, that initial rush, especially if you shoot it, you can just feel the surge of power as your veins go cold. And then you spend the rest of the day or the week or however long you're at it trying to get that initial rush. We call it the chasing the dragon. That's a saying that comes on the street, trying to get the initial rush.
Why did you inject the cocaine?
I was having sinus problems from snorting.
In Newark and other cities, any kid can afford crack. It only costs between $10 and $20 a vial. But that's only one reason it's so popular.
One, the process of getting high is accelerated. People are getting high fast, in a minute. They inhale it, it goes straight to the brain, and it's an automatic euphoria. 2, the process involved in getting crack to its cracked form, to its hard and rock form, is one that is also very habit-forming. So more people are hooked on romancing the stone, if you will.
Kids say the high from crack sends them soaring.
It's fly.
It's what?
It's fly. Yeah, it's fly. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't like I'm addicted to it or I need it, but I tried it. Yeah, it's good. It's good to go, but you gotta have the money for it. You don't got the money for it, you can't have it. Because all you do is want more.
You can smoke 20 bottles and you still want more. Always gonna want some more.
But it ain't a whole.
What?
It ain't a whole lot of.
Yeah. But I'm not into it because I sell it. I'm trying to make money. So I can't do it too much. I'm strong. I can smoke 1 bottle and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
To Counselor Carl Grimes, those comments reflect deeper problems in the community.
I don't think years ago you would have found that many kids in their own neighborhoods ready to stand in front of reporters or anybody that symbolized any kind of authority and say what they had to say. First of all, they'd have been afraid of their parents seeing them. They would have been afraid to admit that they used.
So this whole scene is also symbolic of a breakdown of authority, breakdown of family.
A breakdown of total and complete respect for everybody and including themselves.
Jim says he sold cocaine to support his habit.
Yeah, man. Crack, man. Yeah. Crack. Everybody hit the like button, man. Everybody hit that like button, man. Smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button, man. Yeah, man. Crack cocaine, man. I need everybody to hit that like button, man. Everybody smash that like button for me, man. We got a great show tonight. The faster y'all can get to 200 likes, the faster we can bring the panel on. It shouldn't take long to get to 200 likes, man. We should get to 200 likes quick, man. This first group that's in here, y'all get this, y'all knock down 50 likes. This first group that's in here, y'all knock down 50 likes. Boom. Knock out 50 likes. Boom. Just like that. Then the next group come in and knock out 50 likes. And on and on and on and on, you know? And on and on and on. Yeah. Everybody hit that like button, man. We into it. We gonna get into it, man. Um, so much stuff going on, man. So much stuff going on, man. So much stuff going on. So much riff raff going on, man. So much stuff going on. World War III. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's gonna be World War III, man. I think I think we've averted World War III by electing Trump. I think yeah, if we didn't elect Trump, it would be World War III. But Trump is, Trump. He got a way of convincing those other nations to act right, man. He got a way. He got a way about him of convincing them other nations to act right. You know, he's got a way about him. Cause I'm happy. Salute to Louis Barrow, man. Louis Barrow in the building, man. What does Miss Op Nation think of your channel and your political views? Or are you married to a conservative political? Nah, man, I'm married to a sister, man. She don't like it, man. She don't like what she doesn't agree, man. She had a hard time dealing with the election results, man. But she was better this time than she was in 2016. 2016, she was fucked up about it, but this time she's been better, man. She's handled it great, man. All things considered. But yeah, she wanted Kamala to win. She thinks Kamala's a black woman. All like most black women are the same, man, when it comes to politics, man. The majority of black women are the same. They don't really have a wide variance out there, you know what I'm saying? From one black woman to the next. And I'm not talking about on YouTube. I'm talking about just in real life. Black women that you meet that aren't YouTubers and shit like that. Like 99.9% of them, they're all pretty much the same politically. They just you know what I'm saying, like easy going, whatever Democrats want, whatever Democrats doing, whatever the talking points are, they for all that stuff. Shout out to you, Lewisboro. Salute to Funkmaster General, man, becoming a YouTube channel member, man. Salute to everybody, man. Man, everybody hit that like button. We starting to we getting closer to 200, man. All we need to do is everybody hit it, man. We get to 200 just like that, man. Yeah, all of them pretty much the same. Let's see this shit, man.
All the way to the left, on the left side.
19 years of age. She told the front desk that she was a resident. She is now banging on a door and throwing his.
Where are you going? No, I'm just the DA. She had come earlier while I was at the front desk, and she said that her and her boyfriend went through a breakup. Okay, so she's a non-resident. You're a DA? Yeah, I'm a DA. I work at the front desk. Okay. But yeah.
Hi, can you tell me what's going on? This nigga got me f***ed up all the f***ing way.
This nigga! No! That is not what we're doing!
Stand up, let's go. Stand up now. Get your stuff, let's go. You, Cameron.
so much. I said, let's go. Bro. They're dogs. They're all fucking dogs at the end of the fucking day, bitch. They belong in the dog kennel, bitch. They belong in the dog kennel. Hey, that is enough. I don't know what the problem is right now, but this ain't gonna help. That
Yo. What's up with sisters, man? Sisters a little bit off, man. Salute to Funk Master Jim. He said, I had to renew my membership. They cut off for no reason. Wow, that's interesting, man. Yeah, some funky stuff been happening with this channel, man. I can tell you that, man. I'm sorry that happened, man. Thank you for renewing your membership, though, man. Maybe you got a free membership and it was only for a certain amount of time. I don't know what happened, man. It could be that. Everyone hit the like button, man. Everyone smash that like button, man. We got 70 likes. All we need is 130 more to get to 200. Yeah, this is the same way they acted over Trump. She's acting like this over her boyfriend breaking up. Maybe they just might be crazy, man. Maybe all of them just might be crazy.
down the hallway to the left, on the left side.
19 years of age. She told the front desk that she was a resident. She is now banging on a door and throwing his.
Where are you going? No, I'm just the DA. She had come earlier while I was at the front desk, and she said that her and her boyfriend went through a breakup.
Okay, so she's a non-resident. You're a C.
Yeah, I'm a DA. I work at the front desk.
Okay.
But yeah.
Hi, can you tell me what's going on?
This dude got me f***ing up all the f***ing way.
This has me! No! That is not what we're doing! Stand up, let's go. Stand up now. Get your stuff, let's go.
You, Cameron, so much.
I said, let's go.
Bro. They're dogs! They're all fucking dogs at the end of the fucking day, bitch! They belong in the dog kennel, bitch! They belong in the dog kennel!
Hey, that is enough. I don't know what the problem is right now, but this ain't gonna help. That ain't helping.
Bitch, you never fought dog, bitch! You know, see, you know, bitch!
You don't know what you're doing right now.
I know I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, fuck. I know I don't!
Plus for us to contact the AOP.
Stop moving.
Put your hands behind your back now.
54, hold traffic.
Never fall in love with
Get up, let's go. Get up now. Bend your knees.
Bro. You don't need that shit! You don't need drugs!
That's enough!
You don't need drugs! You don't need sex! You don't need shit by your f***ing self!
Stand up! Are we done?
Yo, that love, man, that early love, that young love, teenage love, don't hurt me again. Don't hurt me again. A teenage love. A teenage love. Don't hurt me again. Homeboy messed her head up, man. Yeah, she working with some things, man. She got some tick old bitties, man. He was having fun with them, man. She thought those was gonna keep him. He was like, nah, I'm good. You a nutcase. You can keep them tick old bitties.
Yeah, I'm done. Bro, these handcuffs hurt like a fucking bitch.
I'm sure they do.
Get these shits off me, bitch. Fucking shit. There's no new shit at the end of the day, but treat you fucking wrong, bitch. No God. If you never do yourself, no God. If you never know yourself, if you never love yourself, you never loved your parents, you never loved anyone, bro. Love yourself, bro. Love yourself. You gonna treat you shit.
Let's go.
Like shit. They ain't gonna treat you like shit. Like shit, bitch. You fucking thought,
You patted her down? Not yet.
No. Do you have anything on you that's gonna hurt me?
Except me, bitch. Everything's gonna be okay.
I'll see. Hold on.
Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be alright. So all what that happens to them, bro, they end up in the seatbelt, bitch. You don't think anyone's here to protect you, bitch? These cops are, bitch.
Relax.
These fucking cops are the fucking bitch. Fuck. 400.
Oh my God. I'm the administrator on call right now.
Right.
I just got the call and I came right over, so I asked my staff to call you guys. I'm assuming you guys don't have any information.
I have her name.
Okay. I mean, I just need UIN her name so I can write a report.
From what I understand.
Oh. Okay.
I'm gonna have them confirm it.
Okay. So we don't know how she got in the building.
They're naivety. Can you confirm if she is a student? From what I was told from dispatch, she came in, said she was a student, and was let in. And that's when she started banging on the doors.
Do we know what door she was in?
145. The student is Cameron.
What's her name?
First name is Jazana.
Do you guys need anything from me?
I'm gonna need statements from students.
Okay.
I trespass for this.
I don't know. I'm gonna call Terry.
Because that's, I mean, it would be up to them. I'd be like,
I mean, I don't want her back in our building. If she's going to be a safety hazard to our residents, it's up to Natalie Record.
I don't know. That's why I want to call Terry and see.
yeah, disorderly. Resisting without. Because she wasn't fighting you, but she also wasn't.
No, I mean, she was.
It's all, I don't know.
Where you at? We're at the Lee County Jail. So are we going to behave or are we going to start acting up again? I'll have some up. So is this, we're going to start acting up? Are they still doing the nurse checks? Yeah. Okay, thank you. We're going to come sit back over.
Jesus Christ.
It's been 2 weeks since President-elect Donald Trump defeated Kamala Harris. And while Capitol Hill is getting ready for some bruising confirmation battles, the Democratic Party is starting the long, grueling process of soul searching to figure out what went wrong and how to move forward. He sat down with three of the most influential African-American women in U.S. politics.
Yeah, man, Colorado, man. I ain't never seen the team get gashed like that with the run, man. God, that was brutal, man. That was a brutal game, man. They got gashed. They couldn't stop the run for nothing. Kansas, whoo. Shout out to Kansas and their running back, man. Kansas running back is a real man. He exposed Colorado. Colorado better recruit some defensive linemen and a safety. They need a safety that can fill the hole, man. They need some linebackers that can tackle in space, man. That was brutal, man. And then Iowa State won. Utah couldn't beat Iowa State. God, oh, man. It was all good just a week ago. Shout out to Colorado, though, man. Prime leaving now. Prime leaving, man. He like, man, hell with this shit, man. The hell with this shit. Prime out, man. He like, man, fuck this shit. I'm out. I'm gone, man. Prime like, I'm gone, man. See y'all. I ain't dealing with this shit. Let's see what this is, man. Let's see these old black broads, man. Let's see what these old black broads think about Trump, man. This is fresh. This is new. This was 2 days ago, man.
It's been 2 weeks since President-elect Donald Trump defeated Kamala Harris. And while Capitol Hill is getting ready for some bruising confirmation battles, the Democratic Party is starting the long, grueling process of soul searching to figure out what went wrong and how to move forward. He sat down with three of the most influential African-American women in U.S. politics, the so-called colored girls, who have been at the pinnacle of their party for decades.
The colored girls. Yo, why they call themselves the colored girls? That's such a... I thought that was racist. Colored girls. Colored girl. He's a colored boy. Goddamn colored.
Including ABC News contributor Donna Brazil. What's their prescription for what their party should do next? Take a listen. Take me back to 1988. Michael Dukakis is running for president. You all end up in a room where you post a sign, "Colored girls, we shall not be moved." Explain the backstory of that.
Well, it was an afternoon when the campaign was shifting from the primary into the general election. So you expand the office space and the perimeters by which we all work. And we noticed that on the 9th floor, where all of the senior leadership was designated to serve, there was no room for anyone but the white people. And so we decided that we would take the conference room and we put chairs and tables, and we called it, it was the Harriet Tubman Annex, Sojourner Truth. Yeah. And then we put under the bottom, "We shall not be moved." And 5 of us went and we sat down and we never moved. That was the place where we held our offices.
Now that this election is behind us, almost 2 weeks behind us, how have you processed the loss?
I don't have any angst about it. You know, I worry about the future of our country. I worry about the future of the world, obviously. But I felt, you know, we left everything on the field in many ways. And it doesn't mean that we don't get up for the next one.
Donna, in your book, Hacks, when you were talking about post-2016 election, you vowed that you were never going to let politics break your heart again. Have you been able to keep that promise?
Yes. And I have learned so much from 2016. And we can go back to 2016 and see some of the same trends that we just experienced in 2024. The fact that we had to battle disinformation, the fact that we had to battle the kind of apathy, the fact that...
Ma'am, the only disinformation is coming from your side. We had to battle disinformation. They got all these talking points. All they do is talk in talking points. Disinformation. Ma'am, you got CNN, MSNBC, Fox, all the major news stations are woke. You talking about disinformation. It's y'all doing the disinformation.
That we had to try to enlarge the electorate. My heart's not broken. My spirit is not broken. We have more work to do in terms of winning elections, building coalitions, and making sure we protect every citizen right to participate in the electoral process.
I'm sure you all have seen, there was a headline that said how Kamala Harris burned through $1.5 billion in 15 weeks. Do you think that any amount of money could have changed? When you're looking in hindsight now, would the strategy have been different?
I'm glad they said burn through, because if they had burned through and ended up with 500 million left, we would have been really angry.
Oh. Yes. Remember in 2004, there were 15 million left over.
Yes.
We were like,
yes.
Right.
And it showed some innovation.
Damn, just burning money. They okay with just throwing money in the Atlantic Ocean.
Because they were just trying, you know, there was no trail here. There was no path.
No
so you were just inventing as you go. And quite frankly, you know, you throw things at the wall and it sticks and some doesn't stick. and it's costly when you do that, but they did it.
As Donna says and Mignon's alluded to, we will know.
Yeah.
We will know.
by and by.
By and by.
Right.
By and by.
When you look at virtually every metric, Black voters, female voters, Latino voters, young voters, Joe Biden had higher numbers than Kamala Harris when he ran in 2020. How do you explain that?
You know, people vote for personal reasons. Their personal lives, what they're being affected by. Are they being affected by the cost of eggs, the cost of bacon, the cost of gas? Are they being affected by what's going on in their kids' schools? Are they being affected by what's come through on social media? I don't think any of us should think we can sit here and say, this person voted because I failed to do this, rather than this person voted because they felt they needed this.
She was trying to get to as many people as she could. She had to prepare for a debate. All of these things, had to prepare for a convention, which the switch came right in the middle of all.
And she had the mainstream media wrapped around her finger. She had the entire mainstream media wrapped around her finger, operating as surrogates for her campaign. So stop it with the woe is me and all the trials and tribulations Kamala had to go through. Almost every media member on every major news network was a surrogate for her. These women Black women find struggle when there is none. They'll seek out struggle where there is none. Shout out to Baby King, man. Baby King says, overtime, been good last week. Take the challenge. Salute to you, Baby King, man. Baby King be looking out, man. This is the biggest donation we've got in 2 weeks, man. Shout out to Baby King. Other than Doug Chunks. Doug Chunks has been coming through pretty big. But this is the biggest donation we've got in almost 2 weeks, man. Make sure y'all support the channel, man. These old Black women, man, they're actually more reasonable. One thing I will say about these older Black women, these old mammies, I will say these old mammies are more reasonable than the young ones. They have a stateliness, you know. They seem like they have pride and respect for themselves. Maybe that comes with age, because they're not crashing out, even though you know they vehemently disagree with the way the country is going. You know, they vehemently hate Trump, but they're not crashing out. Salute to these old mammies, man.
All of this. So I think all of that kind of compounded her victory, or her, if some people call it a defeat, I still feel like she was able to accomplish something that she probably shouldn't have in an ordinary president.
Yo, she never answered one question the entire time, and she got away with it. She got away with not answering one question the entire campaign. As a matter of fact, she was encouraged to not answer questions. She was encouraged to hide from reporters. Now you're saying she ran a flawless campaign.
Presidential cycle, but I think she still did a remarkable job.
There was an article written in March of 2015 where it said the women, it was talking about you all, the colored girls, still view the largely white, mostly male Democratic political elite as detached from the problems of minorities. Fast forward almost 10 years, and you have, according to the exit polls, a large number of minorities who said that they no longer trust the Democratic Party, especially when it comes to improving the economy. What is the disconnect?
Inflation was the devil we could not bury. It wasn't, look, Joe and Kamala, I believe they've done a fantastic job in bringing us back from the brink of helping the American people with really good investments in the economy. But we were talking jobs, and the voters were saying cost of living is too high. The rent's too high. The cost of grocery and gas. And I think that's the big disconnect that we could not wrestle with.
Does the Democratic Party need to be rebuilt?
Of course. Whenever you have an electoral loss, you have to look at the carnage or the debris, sift through it, see what worked in North Carolina, where all of the Democrats on the statewide ticket won. But the vice president fell short. We have to look through everything that worked and didn't work. And you know what? This is a party that came.
Yeah, don't run Kamala next time. Don't run Kamala next time, and stop being weird and stop doing stuff that would have got you arrested in the 80s, like singing, twerking, and singing, and drag queens singing to little kids, reading stories to little kids, and men playing in sports and shit, men boxing against women. Stop doing stuff that would have got you. Actually, that sounds like Make America Great Again. But I'm gonna give you ladies a different slogan. I'm not gonna say Make America Great Again. I'm gonna say stop doing stuff that would have got you arrested in the 80s. In the 80s.
Back after the 49 state electoral loss in 1984 to electing a black president with over 330 electoral votes in 2008. We're gonna learn and we're gonna rebuild and we're gonna be stronger. I have faith.
If you go back and do any research, what you're gonna find, especially when you lose, we didn't talk to the working class. Minorities didn't come out. It's the same language, but here's the fundamental difference. Get in the game.
Get in.
The Congress people have more power than we do.
Well,
get in the game. That's all you have to do.
Stay in the fight.
The party doors are open every day. Get in the game.
Donald Trump's cabinet is on track to be the least diverse of this century. Do you have a particular concern for people of color in the next 4 years?
One thing I think that we all grew up with and lived with is we walked into a room, we would notice immediately, if there were no people of color.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Who's missing?
Who's missing?
Who's missing?
And this is what you hope from people, that they have eyes to see. They have eyes to see.
Listen, Linda.
Why would there be a lot? There's not a lot of black talent in the Republican Party, man. All the black talent, political talent, is in the Democratic Party because 90% of blacks are Democrats. So you got Byron Donald, you got Tim Scott, you got a couple guys, but there's not a lot to choose from. And I don't know if Byron Donald is qualified to be the Attorney General or the Border Czar or the I don't know, the Chief of Staff. I don't know what he's capable. And then another thing too, like black people, you anything you want black people, you should ask the Democrats for. You voted for them 90% for the last 60 years. Don't come to the Republicans for nothing. Republicans will do stuff for the country, but then Republicans ain't giving you no free goodies, and they ain't doing you no special handouts, man. They're not gonna give you no special handouts. Republicans are for the country. The Democrats would name some unqualified black person to some cabinet position and let him embarrass himself or herself. But Republicans don't do that, man. Trump is just hiring the most qualified people for the job. Nothing to do with race, ma'am.
Immediately, if there were no people of color.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Who's missing?
Who's missing?
Who's missing?
And this is what you hope from people, that they have eyes to see. They have eyes to see.
Listen, Linda, it's no secret that the majority of African Americans gave their vote to Vice President Harris. But when you become president of all the people. Will he see everybody? Or will he just see the segment of people that vote, 76 million that have voted for him? Well, then you have to take her 70-some million that have voted and decide. He has to make the fundamental decision. Am I going to be the president for all Americans?
Have any of you had a conversation with the vice president subsequent to the election that you can share any tidbit of what she said or what you offered?
I have spoken with her, and I have been remarkably impressed with her resilience and her ability to not drown in herself, but making sure that whatever she decides to do next in her life, she can still be a voice for people that champion her.
There will be young people tomorrow making their announcement to run for Congress because they were inspired by her.
What gives you hope for the Democrats?
Ma'am, no one was inspired by her. She's like the least inspirational person that's ever walked the planet. No one was inspired by her. She doesn't move the crowd. She doesn't make you want to run through a brick wall. She's just an empty suit, an empty cackling suit.
To run for Congress because they were inspired by her.
What gives you hope for the Democratic Party?
I go to church every day. I have faith, but it's also, to quote a former boss of mine, I never bet against the American people.
Well, I don't leave home without hope. My faith has sustained me. As I was walking my little dog this morning, I was thinking about my grandmother, Frances, and how overjoyed she was to get that voter registration card in 1965. That memory of Grandma Frances with her voter registration card gives me hope.
I think what gives me hope, Lindsay, is I just see the future. You know, I had a former boss that always said to us, don't look at today, look at 5 years from now. And 5 years from now, you're going to see new voices.
Our thanks to the ladies for that conversation.
2019 was a really transformative year for me.
I give those old mammies a lot of credit. They didn't crash out like the young ones, man. Salute to those old mammies, man.
Behind bars tonight for a murder in a cookout parking lot in South Durham.
The suspects faced a judge.
First off, everyone who's in here right now, hit the like button, man. If everybody who's here right now hits the like button, we can get to 200 very quickly, man. I'm trying to get to 200 likes very quickly. So all we need is everyone who's in here right now to hit the like button. Shout out to Bugger Off, man. Bugger Off in the building. Salute to What in the World TV. When the is wood is good. Okay. Pause. Everyone who's in here right now, hit the like button right now, man. I want to get the panel up here, man. We need 200 likes to unlock the panel, man. So let's Okay, we got 142, man. The choice is yours. We got 142, man. The choice is yours. How y'all want to do? 142. We need 58 more likes. Let's go.
Behind bars tonight for a murder in a cookout parking lot in South Durham.
The suspects faced a judge today accused of the fatal shooting of 29-year-old Davisia Lee. CBS 17's Ben Bokens.
Davisia. I like that name for a sister. Sisters are so divisive. I like that name, Davisia.
Shooting of 29-year-old Davisia Lee. CBS 17's Ben Bokens speaks with the family tonight, getting their reaction.
29-year-old Davisia Lee shot dead in late October outside of a cookout on South Miami Boulevard. Her father, David, tells us over the phone that Davisia moved to Durham about 3 years ago for her job with Publix.
I'm telling you, God, honest truth, that my daughter was the most special person in the world.
Wow.
I don't care who you are. If you did not have it and she had it, you're going to get it because she's going to give it to you.
Tonight, 23-year-old Alexander Carlton Jr. and 18-year-old Calvin Spence Jr. are now facing first-degree murder charges.
An officer called me this morning and told me that he had made 3 arrests, from Durham up there in North Carolina, that the guys was arrested. But at the same time, arresting those guys, don't give me back my child.
Today, a judge ordered Carlton and Spence held without bond.
Damn. Black lawyer, black woman judge, These black women, man, the reports of the black woman's demise is greatly exaggerated by them. Press 1.
Bond.
Defendant conspired with Calvin Spence Jr. to murder her when the both of them approached the victim with handguns and shot her.
According to warrants, the two men drew their firearms as Devicia walked away from an argument. To this day, her father, David, doesn't know what happened that night, and deputies haven't revealed a motive, so family and friends who attended her funeral 2 weeks ago still have questions.
The church was packed because she has so many family members, and they was all torn apart because they know the love that they shared with each other. Because Devicia always liven up her space. Anytime she's in the place, it's going to be live.
Both suspects are scheduled to appear in court again December 19th. A third man was arrested on a misdemeanor charge. In Durham, Ben Boken, CBS 17 News.
A first-grade teacher is staring down what could be the rest of her life in prison after allegedly dealing drugs during school hours. But one of her illicit pills she allegedly dealt turned out to be deadly. 34-year-old Sarah Magid was a first-grade teacher within the Montgomery County school system in Maryland. But she found herself going from educator to inmate when she was connected to the death of
She
a
looks
man
a
from
little
Washington.
off. She look a little crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I wouldn't want my kid to be in her class. That bitch look off, man. That's one crazy looking broad, man. I don't know about this broad, man. I would have to pull my daughter out of her class, man. That's one crazy looking broad, man. You know you bad when you can't find one picture. Like, look at all the pictures. It's 1, 2. You can't find a good picture of her, man. God damn, baby. What the hell's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with her eyes, man? Dumb broad, man. I don't even want to watch this video, man. I can't look at her eyes, man. Keep looking at her eyes, man. She look crazy, man. Crazy broad. Let's see what else is going on. Oh yeah. I'll do that a little later, that story. Let's see this crazy broad.
All y'all ugly mother. You the one start this shit.
On April 23rd, 2023, airport officers were called to a security checkpoint following reports of an employee causing a disturbance and refusing to present her ID badge.
What's going on?
She came through the door, asked to see her ID, and she's had it done for her shirt. This is the third time I told her, hey, I have it on the outside of your shirt. Set him to doing badges and bags, to do a badge verification and take a badge. She asked why. I said, and I tried to explain to her again, because it seems like every time we have to explain to her why we're going through the bag. She goes, well, check the bag.
He told that to you?
Yeah, she keeps following me.
Okay. What's going on? You want to come talk to me, ma'am?
Huh?
You want to come talk to me?
What? I'm trying to get to work. I got to
Yeah, you gotta abide by the rules of the airport.
I know that.
So why are you doing that?
I don't understand. He walked in here.
You don't understand what?
I walked in here. He sweating me. I don't know what he's
Do you have your B&A badge?
Yeah, it's an airport, baby. There's a lot of, the security level is high, man, at the airport, man. That's why he's sweating you, man, when you walk back to a restricted area. He's sweating you.
Why would you do that?
Because I can. Freedom of speech.
Okay, do you have your B&A badge with you?
Huh?
Do you have your B&A badge with you?
Yes.
Where's it at?
Yo, up on my phone.
Well, you need to have it on your, I need to see it. Huh? Ma'am, I need to see your B&A badge.
Right here, man.
Well, then get it out.
Right here.
Get it out. Let me have it. Let me have it.
Why she acting like that, man? Why do they always act like this, man? This is insane. Why do they always act like that? There's no reason to. I'm dumbfounded, man. Why is this woman acting? We need 44 more likes to unlock the link. 44 likes to unlock the link. Everybody who's in here right now, just hit the like button right now. All of you who haven't hit the like button, all the new people, hit the like button right now. I just don't get this, man. Why act like this in public?
You didn't get nothing from me, man. You just have to take me down. I ain't done nothing to nobody. Nobody's trying to get to work and he sweat me. What?
Okay, y'all, this is regarding that boy. Can I get no you down here? What is wrong with you?
Yeah. All I did was get ready to go to work and there he is, man. You got everything. You see my name and everything. What you gonna do? Take me down?
Is all this stuff hers or what?
That's my stuff.
Why you got so many keys? Why you got so many cars?
Because I want to buy them. I bought them. Leave me the alone. What you gonna do? What you gonna do now? Now what? What for me for this the third time I came in here. I can't go to work because y'all motherfuckers.
Well, you're about to lose your job if you keep. Why are you being like this?
Y'all, I ain't no y'all. Sick of y'all motherfuckers.
They gotta talk to everybody. Central Ordinance update. She's unwilling to provide her BNA badge and calling the TSA
You're lying.
employees
My badge is right here. You're lying. My cousin is a detective. I will get him on y'all ass. I'll swear to God. I will get my cousin on.
Why are you acting this way?
Because y'all with me. This is the third time I came to come.
He asked the same question I asked. Like, why are you acting this way? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Their behavior is so off the grid from, the standard behavior of most human beings. Salute the Funk Master General again, man. Shout out to Lewisboro. He says, you was in Ann Arbor recently. I stayed 20 minutes from Ann Arbor. I could have drove you to the Detroit to go to some Sunman bar. Yeah, man. I'm gonna be in Chicago in March, man. Yeah, I was in Ann Arbor for a week. I didn't have I was on baby duty the whole time because my wife was there. It was like her thing, conference. So I was on baby duty the whole time. But yeah, Ann Arbor's a beautiful place, man. Shout out to Ann Arbor, man. Very beautiful city.
Get him on y'all ass. I was swear to God. I will get my cousin on.
Why are you acting this way?
Because y'all with me. This is the third time I came to come here on one of y'all, so I'm late all the time because y'all motherfuckers. Leave me the alone. Leave me the alone.
Have you finished your check of her and stuff?
Check the bag. She dropped it and kicked it for the police. Check the bag.
All right. And that's what you were going to do before? All right, I'm gonna need your BNA badge, okay? Because I need to see it.
I showed you what.
I need to have it in my.
It's right here. Thank you.
I need to have it.
Take it off me. You gonna get the fight? You gonna get the fight? You gonna get the fight?
Why are you doing this? All right. So they basically need to check this stuff.
Check it. Check it.
Why are you? She's calling them an N-word and not providing her BNA badge, cussing me, not giving me her ID.
Well, she just coming through the turnstile and y'all try to check her? Yeah. So,
You better not steal nothing, mother. Sick of y'all, mother.
I need your BNA badge.
What you gonna do with it?
It's the airport's property, okay? That means we need to give it so we can conduct our investigation.
So what? I ain't done nothing. All I did was walk through here. I ain't done nothing, man.
Well, you're not.
Everybody's subject to a search whenever they come through here. It says that when you do.
Okay, I ain't been going through this. I was I've been through it 3 times. What?
Anytime they're standing here, you're subject to that. And it says it in your test when you take your BNA test.
Put it on news, camera, whatever
Yeah.
y'all gonna do.
Is this really worth losing your job over? Ask yourself that at the end of the day. Because that's going to be the end result. You're going to lose your job over this, okay?
All I did was walk through here.
Nobody's doing anything to you any different than anybody else. There'll be another employee that'll come in right behind you, and they're going to be subject to the same search. So before you keep talking, ask yourself, is this worth losing your job?
No.
Okay, hand me the badge, please.
No.
Then that's going to result in the loss of your job. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Why?
Because that's not your property, so whenever you're asked to give that badge up, you have to give that badge up.
No.
This is not your property. Look at the bottom of it. Property of being
I haven't
MNAA.
done that. I'm gonna stand for my right. I haven't done that.
Okay, that's awesome. You can do that, but you're gonna lose your job, and we're still gonna take your badge. So is it worth it being tough like?
Jesus Christ, man. Always doing the wrong thing, man. Jesus. They always do the wrong thing. They always take the wrong tack. They always take the wrong slant.
Heartbreak before the holidays. The family of a 25-year-old Milwaukee man is looking for justice after he was shot and killed Thursday night on the city's northwest side. Fox 6's Durante Matthews is here with how loved ones paid their respects earlier today.
Well, Sam, the family of Nassif Bowie tell me that he was near Houston in Congress celebrating a Friendsgiving Thursday night when someone shot both him and his friend. Now, loved ones say they want the person responsible for killing him arrested.
I never imagined nothing like this to happen to him ever.
The shock and sadness of a grieving sister.
He didn't deserve this. Like, he had so many people who cared about him.
Reflecting through tears, Raquel Lovely is remembering her younger brother, 25-year-old Nassif Bowie.
He was very funny. He had so many skills.
Police say Bowie was shot and killed just before 9:30 Thursday night near Houston and Congress. His 23-year-old friend was also hit and seriously injured. Family members say there's still a lot of unanswered questions, but they tell Fox 6 Bowie was celebrating a Friendsgiving when things took a turn.
He just was at the wrong place, wrong person there at the time. When we get there.
Saturday, loved ones returned to the area, sending off a sea of balloons and a swarm of goodbyes.
We've known each other since we were 10.
Zariana McCoy says the recent MATC graduate had so much left to give.
He really was on his business. He went to school, got his degree. He wanted to go into real estate. He was doing a notary business.
She says the prayer is now finding the person responsible.
Just really hoping that we can get justice for him and his family.
Balancing that plea for accountability.
This is really sad.
With the pain of trying to understand this loss.
He didn't deserve this. Like, I'm so sorry that this happened to him. I'm so sorry that this happened to him.
Wow. Everyone hit the like button right now, man. See this chick, man.
Watch this woman cause absolute chaos while waiting for a flight to board.
Settle down, Senator.
No, get off of me!
It never fails, man. It's like clockwork, man. It's literally like clockwork, man. Everybody hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. It's like clockwork, man.
On April 17, 2023, Orlando police receive a call from a passenger waiting in the area of gate 24 that a woman was screaming and acting erratic.
Hello.
Don't touch me.
We're not touching him, ma'am.
Leave me alone.
What's going on?
No.
Hey, I spoke with your husband earlier. I was the one to speak.
You spoke with him already.
I know, so are you on the phone with him?
Don't touch me. Leave me me alone.
Are you? Can we talk? Ma'am, don't please.
Do not
Bitch, don't touch that.
leave me alone.
Okay.
No, I am not stopping. You will back the fuck away from me.
You need to settle down.
This how they act around the house too, man. For all you dudes that don't date sisters, man, this how they act around the house, man. Everybody hit the like button, man. Let me see how many likes we got so I can drop this link, man. This how they act when you oh shit, we still need 18 likes. We 18 likes away, man. Y'all can hurry up and get them 18 likes. I'm sure if y'all tried, man, y'all can hurry up and get them 18 likes so I can unlock the panel, man. 18 measly likes to get to 200.
So we can talk.
Sorry, baby. No. I am getting away from the people.
Over there.
Sorry,
Over there.
no, leave me
Okay.
alone.
Ready? Okay.
Touch me. Do not touch me.
Yeah.
No.
So.
Do not touch me. Do not come near me.
Excuse us.
Do not come near me.
Excuse us.
Excuse
me. Oh, sorry.
Do
Sorry.
not come near me. Do not
Ma'am.
come near me.
All right. You need to
My
settle
hands
down.
are up.
You need
Don't
to settle.
touch me.
You need to settle down.
Don't touch me.
You need to settle down.
Hands up, don't shoot. Hands up, don't shoot. Yo, to act like this in the airport is just so weird, man. Airports are just, we need 3 more measly likes, man, to drop the link, man. 3 more measly likes. Who can get these 3 more likes, man? 3 more likes, man. Acting like that in the airport is nasty work, man. Airport is like nobody's acting like that in there. Like literally, you're literally gonna be the only one doing that. Everyone else is very, very calm in the airport, very subdued. That's crazy.
I will not settle down.
Yes.
You will back
Yes,
up.
you will.
You will back up.
She's got a pen in her hand.
No, get off of me.
Get down on the ground.
Get
Down the pen.
Get off of me.
Settle down.
She tried to bite that officer's hand, man. Crazy woman. She tried to bite her.
Get the fuck. No! Get off of me. Get off. Get off. Get off. No. God. Stop biting.
Oh, she did bite him.
Get off of me. Oh, no, please. Please stop it. Please stop
Roll on your stomach.
No. Get off of me. Get off of me. Oh. Get
Roll over. You're making it hard on yourself.
off.
Back it.
Please. Get the fuck off of me.
If your bag gets taste.
Get off. No.
Son, you want to
No.
roll? We gotta pick the side.
Stop. Get off of me.
Stop it.
No.
He palmed her head like a basketball, man.
Good job. Somebody help me.
See, look, that's why y'all can't trust white women. Black women was right, man. Joy Reid was right. Look at these white women sitting here not helping. Look at these white women sitting here not helping, man. Black women gotta do for self, man. Black women can't rely on white women for anything, man.
Somebody help me. Get off of me. Now. Right now. Why did you let them do this to you, baby? Get off. No. No. Please get off. Wow. Oh my God. God. No, please don't put me in a cage car. Oh,
Cage car.
oh, please get off of me. Get off of me now. No. No, please.
Yeah, whoever flew her out, man, got lucky, man. It's a blessing in disguise for whoever flew her out, man. Press 1, man. Link in the description, man.
I know you have a family too. Just don't do it to me.
All right.
I have kids. I have beautiful kids.
Get Arf here.
Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone.
All right. We're gonna,
little lady, we're gonna sit you up.
Please don't call me little lady.
Okay.
okay, well, you help us with your leg, okay?
Is this your shoe over here too?
All right, sit down in the wheelchair.
I don't wish to sit.
We want you to sit down. You to sit down, please.
Sit down, sit down, sit down.
Please, please.
Come on, sit down, sit down.
Please sit down. Please just sit down. You want to get her feet up down?
No, don't touch me.
We're not touching you.
Please, do you have a family?
We're just getting the lift up. You can
No,
put
no,
your feet
no,
down if
no,
you
no.
want.
Don't let them take me, please.
Come on.
Please,
Come on, we can take
no, please don't let me. Why are all these men on me and nobody's trying to help me?
We are helping you.
No, you're not. This is really. Oh,
Is there other sneakers?
I already. Don't touch me, please. Stop it. Why were you? Please don't let them take me.
You got it.
Oh,
Does she have any other family members here?
Just hold on.
Shout out to Mark Ishmael, man, taking the $6 challenge. Shout out to Pamela Henderson. Pamela Henderson in the building. They said, do she have any family there?
take me.
You got it.
Oh,
Does she have any other family members here?
Just hold on to her. Hold on to her. You got it.
There's
her.
So there's some backstory.
no, get off of me.
We got the
There
back,
is a
Herbie.
backstory.
Herbie, you hang on to her. I got the back.
Family. Oh, my baby. Why are you recording me?
23, I guess. Go left.
Why are we recording you? I know you didn't just say that, man.
Just go left.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry this is happening to you, baby.
Excuse us. Come on, sit down, sit down, sit down.
No.
24.
No.
Can you make some room?
No. Get off of me.
If she gets off, we're just gonna bring.
No. No, you can do it now. Yes.
Okay.
Right now, I am not walking.
Man, relax.
I'm sorry, baby. This is happening to you.
We're going this way, folks. You go. Man, stop, please. Coming through here.
Help me, please.
No, thank you.
No. Please. Please don't take me away. No. Oh.
Stop kicking.
No, please.
Come on, man.
No.
Come on, come on.
No. Ouch. Help me. Oh.
Good. Come on, man.
No. I will not.
Come on,
Come on, we're almost there.
Come on, man. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Ah.
Come on, man. Come on, we gotta go.
No. Why have you always been doing this for me?
Yes, let's go.
Can you check my neck over here?
Please don't
No,
let me
excuse
do
me.
this.
No, no. That's,
No. No.
Is it broken?
You gotta bite my. No, it's not broken. It's swollen. We're gonna be near left. Then bite my. Was that a bite?
Yes, you've been on that.
Sit her down.
No. Do not.
We have to do this. All right. Bring her out.
So they got
You're breaking my back.
Don't even breaking anything.
Help me.
Grab her arms. You guys ready? On three. 1, 2, 3. Up she goes. And we got the front.
Ow! Ow, my arms! Please put me down. I will walk now.
Okay.
Oh. What's going on, man? Jesus Christ, man.
Ow! Let me out
out, you said.
Telecom Oscar 992, 4 hour unit check.
Up now, and now you're gonna walk with us.
Get off of me.
Grab her leg. Grab her leg.
I'll talk to you when we get down there, okay? All right, ma'am. I'll talk to you when we get down there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put it on the stretch.
All right. Here, back in.
A full cocktail. Yep. Am I still coming?
No! Do not give me any drugs. I don't use any drugs.
If you're gonna sedate her, can we get a stretcher up here then?
No! No, I don't use any drugs.
Here and they're ready to.
They're trying to sedate me.
We're gonna put soft restraints on you, okay? We're gonna put soft cuffs on you.
Can we do soft restraint on her?
I know.
And then one puff to the gurney. And make sure you get clearance on that.
Yes, we'll do,
Hey,
sir.
just come pick me up in the truck.
Thank you.
All
No, please don't take me in there. Please, please take me. Take me to the doctor. All right. I put my arm inside of this. Have you? I'm gonna just keep it right out there, okay?
I'll be,
We put a non-animated capno on the back of the stretcher.
Okay.
I'm gonna be in there with you. Hold on.
We're gonna put you in this seat.
Okay.
That way you're out of sight, and it may keep things from getting. She's pretty understandable. She's
I'll
pretty
just sit there.
sedated. Yep.
Exactly. Appreciate it, guys.
The suspect Sherry was charged with disorderly conduct, battery on law enforcement officer, resisting without violence, and resisting with violence. She is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
You just can't blame her.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, bad weather. Gotta do something, right?
Is it my time, miss?
It's Chelsea. Here's the problem. You've been drinking, hon. Come on up.
How many hours have I been waiting?
I don't know how many hours have you been waiting.
You know the
And another one.
You know, I almost can't blame the last one, you know, if you consider what happened to Sandra Bland.
That's true. She had no choice.
They really think like that, though.
Yeah, she had no choice but to act like that in the airport. Her hands were tied, literally.
I mean,
Good evening, everyone. I'm Tanya.
We were gonna kill her. Those
Yeah.
cops were probably gonna kill her, dude.
Exactly. And she fought for her life, man. Salute to her, man. Brave woman, man. She's the real hero in that story. Man, salute to everyone for hitting the like button. We got to 200 relatively early tonight. Let's go, man.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Tanya Rivero.
And I'm Joe Torres. It has happened again. Another tourist minding his business slashed in an unprovoked attack. This time it happened in Midtown Manhattan this morning. The 42-year-old man was visiting from Italy and was simply walking on Madison Avenue when a woman swung a knife at him and cut his right hand.
This assault.
Give me an ID on that woman, man. I just randomly slashed this guy, man. Give me an ID, man.
Well, I don't think it was a glider queen, right? And it probably wasn't a tiger. I don't know.
You rolling those two groups out? Okay. Let's see.
Assault is vaguely similar to another incident. A Danish tourist was slashed in the face on the Upper West Side Wednesday morning. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlo spoke to the victim from today's attack.
Manhattan's swanky Madison Avenue, a perfect place to capture the buzz of a Saturday night in the city, the last place you'd expect to hear of a random slashing.
You don't want to see that. You don't want to hear that.
That's the hand of an Italian tourist, all bandaged up after he shielded himself from this woman, who police say swung a knife at him out of nowhere.
I just passed next to her, and she just turned around quickly and stopped.
Is that a tiger?
No.
A glider queen.
It looks like it. I mean, she do got a round face, but she doesn't look like a glider to me. I mean,
Well, you
a
know what?
tiger to me. She doesn't look like
You
a
know
tiger.
what? This settles it. Everybody commits crime.
Everybody does it, man. Yeah, man. Look at her, man. Setting the white race back, man, all those years, man. Now, every black person can, talk about crime without talking about black. What do you
Yeah.
mean black on black crime?
Right. I'm just shocked that the media showed it. You know how the media be breaking their back to hide this.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, Karen. This is a real Karen. This is some next level Karen, man. I bet that dude wish he would have ran into a real Karen that called the police, man, or called the store manager. He
I'm
ran
just,
into a new age Karen.
you know what? I'm just glad that this bitch attacked a glider and not some person, because then we'd never hear the fucking end of it.
Right.
From this woman, who police say swung a knife at him out of nowhere.
I just passed next to her, and she just turned around quickly and stopped me.
Paulo Reck spoke with Eyewitness News on the phone hours after the unprovoked attack on Madison Avenue. Reck was out sightseeing late Saturday morning when he walked by the woman, who he says was blankly staring at a Wi-Fi kiosk, as if in a trance, before lunging at him with a knife.
Well, I was shocked. So I just look at this, and then I saw that she was looking back at the sign, completely lost in her mind. And I said, okay, let's just walk away.
That tourist slashed here on Madison Avenue is in town from Italy. He's a computer science professor who's preparing to speak at NYU this week. He is not the first tourist to be randomly slashed in Manhattan in just the past few days. 25-year-old Joshua Zinberg was charged.
Yo, what the fuck? 2 for 2. What's going on here, man? What is going on here? This is absolutely insane. White people running around New York slashing people, man. What the fuck?
25-year-old Joshua Zinberg was charged with attempted murder and assault after allegedly slashing a tourist from Denmark on the Upper West Side Wednesday.
No city wants to be known as the city of stabbings, so hopefully it'll end.
New Yorkers know such a trend cannot continue at the peak of holiday tourism in the Big Apple.
More people to come out dining, and then this has happened, and then this it can impact the economy too. People doesn't want to go out.
But still a city this tourist will visit, even if his last trip ended with a tetanus shot after being slashed in the hand. Has this changed your perception of New York City?
No, I love New York City. I mean, there's nothing that can change that.
In Midtown, Anthony Carlo, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
He got the whole experience. New York City, baby.
Where white people will slash you in public, man. That's a dangerous place, man.
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you, right? If I was walking around and a white bitch slashed me, I would be confused. What the fuck just happened?
Me too. I would be very confused, man. Shit. Jeez, man, that was a rough one, man. I wasn't expecting that, man. I ain't even gonna lie, man.
Yeah, I would have. If I was to bet, I would have lost my life savings on that one.
Yeah, man. Facts. Oh shit. Wow. Unbelievable, man.
A Towson restaurant owner says he's happy to be alive after he came face to face with the gunman.
This is the first time in my life somebody pulled a
Okay, so there's a store in the and then the guy who owns the store looks like this, man. I think we get this is Towson, Maryland.
You know what? And now things are like feeling back to normal. All right, let's see how this continues.
Yeah, man, I'm pretty sure that we know who did this one, man. No, the only people that go and eat in Habib's store is his sons, man.
The gun on me, honestly. I didn't know attack him or just run backward or frontward. It was just such a shocking, moment.
The violence is just the latest crime to rock the Towson community. Baltimore County Police are still looking for the suspects as the victim is looking for justice.
At the Curb restaurant in the heart of downtown Towson, as the food is being prepared, Masood Atari is hopeful justice is cooking up for the suspects who assaulted him in front of his restaurant a week ago.
I was cooking on the grill. I see a couple gentlemen are walking towards the entrance.
But they weren't there for the food.
Yeah, he was trying to do his business on this corner. And when I tap him, he says, "Don't touch me, don't do nothing to me."
That business, according to Masood, urinating. His coworker captured it on video.
It's 500.
Urinate by the front door. Like, you couldn't go in the alley. You had to urinate like right in front of his business.
Yo, didn't we seen this one last night, right? Where they
You
beat
did?
where they yeah, well, I think if I'm not mistaken, it could be, just a
Yeah, it
different
could be a
story.
different one. I don't remember this one. It's so many this is not uncommon, man, especially pissing in front of, like, where's the, like, I'm it's not even decency. It's just like common sense. Like, you don't piss in front of a guy's door while he's open. Like, he's open for business and you're standing there pissing like on his like fucking welcome mat and shit.
Urinating. His coworker captured it on video.
Oh yeah, I think we did.
$500 ticket, bro.
Masood telling the two men he would call police. That's when this outside surveillance video captures what happens next.
While I'm trying to, get a hold of them, he finished his business, and as I'm turning, he punched me in the face.
Seconds later, the other joins in. Masood tried fighting the men off. That's when it became life or death.
Once he got the chance to get free to run away, I tried to chase him. That was the time he pulled the gun out, and he was like, "Do you want one?"
The ordeal leaving him battered and bruised.
I had the busted lips, bruise all over my body.
The brazen crime, just the latest incident in the Towson area. The day after Masood's attack, a robbery near the Towson Town Center. That suspect was arrested. One of many robberies near the town center in recent months.
There were 5 to 6, and they spread out in the store, while one of them actually picks up the stuff and comes to the counter and just talks to you.
Fox 45 showed you this video over the summer of a brazen theft at a Towson convenience store. The owner telling Fox 45 he's thinking about closing his doors.
2 months, I would say we have 4 to 5 reported incidents. I'll just move on to something else because it's just not about money. It's about safety too.
According to the latest data from Baltimore County Police, 360 assaults have been reported near Masood's restaurant, while 23 handgun violations have taken place. Meanwhile, as the fries are dropping, Masood is hoping the suspects drop their guns.
I mean, carrying a gun on you, that means you are looking for trouble somewhere.
As Baltimore County Police still search for them.
Sorry about the waiting. Imagine if he pulls one on me and I pull one on him.
And Fox 45 continues to see instances of violence around the Towson Town Center, especially involving young offenders.
I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for watching. Here's a
Jeez, man. Everybody hit the like button. Continue to hit the like button. Salute to everybody. Continue to hit the like button.
He should thank Allah he wasn't murdered.
Telling you, man. Look at this.
San Diego police are searching for the thieves who stole more than $16,000 worth of diesel fuel from a gas station in Otay Mesa. Welcome to the Forum. I'm Shannon Handy.
I'm Marcella Lee. Heather and Carlo have the afternoon off. CBS 8's Kelly Hessedal joins us live from there with how these guys managed to pull this off. Kelly?
That's right, and this has actually happened at this same gas station more than once. This time it happened at Fuel Pump 20 here behind me. You can see that it remains shut down right now. So to explain how these thieves pulled this off, let me show you some surveillance video. A truck pulls up to the Circle K here on Otay Center Drive. A man gets out, uses a credit card to get the machine to start pumping diesel fuel, and then the guy actually pries off the front panel and is able to somehow manipulate the machine to keep the fuel pumping out. So this video is actually from a few weeks ago, but the manager, Isidro Ibarra, says it is the same exact thing that happened today twice. The thieves showed up first at 2 a.m., stole some fuel, and then again at 5 a.m. and stole some more. They were in what appears to be the same truck as that other incident, no plate. They have a flatbed with them, and the manager says there must be some sort of holding container within that flatbed trailer to keep all that diesel fuel. So today they got away with 3,000 gallons of fuel, totaling about $16,000. So back out here live, you can see this is the front panel that was pried off. There's a crack there on the front of it. San Diego police confirmed they're investigating this case, and a second one that happened at another gas station here in Otay Mesa on Otay Mesa Road. They do believe that these two cases are connected, and they say if anybody has information to give them a call. Shannon and Marcella.
You know, Kelly, 3,000 gallons. It's pretty hard to believe. So how did they manage to steal all that fuel without anyone noticing what was happening?
I mean, this was in very early morning hours. This is a big gas station. This pump is kind of far away from the front door. And, you know, the manager says he didn't even know what was going on until he ran the fuel report and realized there were 3,000 gallons missing. He says 3,000 gallons is typically what they sell during an entire day.
Wow, that is a lot of fuel. Thanks so much for that update. Kelly Hustle reporting live.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. Let's see. What else is going on here in Blackistan, man? Everyone continue to hit the like button.
Have you been to Memphis recently?
I mean, we can do Memphis, man. I've done some stories though, man, from Memphis recently, man. It's always something from Memphis that pops up in the algo. Let's see, Memphis, y'all.
At 4:30, a year after a man was shot several times and left for dead, the woman police say pulled the trigger has been captured. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alex Coleman.
And I'm April Thompson. Your news leader has learned a Crime Stoppers tip led them to Jamisha Banzant, who police say shot and killed the victim before stealing from him.
WREG's Dorita Patterson with what happened in court as the woman faced a judge for the first time since her arrest a year after the deadly attack.
Hiding in plain sight is what a law enforcement agent familiar with the case involving Jamisha Banzant says the accused murderer was able to do. Just over a year after a man was shot to death in late October 2023 here at the La Paloma Apartments in South Memphis, and the person police say pulled the trigger ending the victim's life was turned in by a tipster. Police say the victim was helping a woman move out of apartment number 4. Also assisting with the move was a man living with Banzant. The two men started arguing but were able to reach an agreement. Suddenly, it's alleged Banzant approached the victim and she too started arguing with him. An eyewitness says the 34-year-old then raised her arm, firing shots from a weapon hidden under a sheet. The victim fell to the ground, dying at the scene. It's then alleged Banzant took 2 cell phones belonging to the victim before running away. A year later, she was finally captured. Thursday, our cameras captured the 34-year-old in court, where she was arraigned on a charge for first-degree murder and robbery.
The plea of not guilty is in for you in this case.
Banzant was appointed a public defender who she stepped away to speak with. It's unclear, of course, what was discussed, but there was a lot of head nodding and wiping away of tears by Banzant. She was then escorted away. It took a year.
Yikes, man. That's the female of the species. Yikes.
We keep seeing them like recently, right? Like the one from the Wendy's drive-through and the one in the airport. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, man. This is something. It got to be something about all these women that's causing them to act like this, man. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it'll come to me. Why these women?
It starts with a D. Does it start with a D?
Pause. Yeah, it starts with a D and it ends with an A, and it got the hard R in it, man. Hard N word. Well, the N word.
The N word.
The D N word A. Let's see. Yikes. Wow.
A car left upside down after a shooting and crash in Whitehaven. Police say a woman died and a man and baby were rushed to the hospital. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alex Coleman.
And I'm April Thompson. WRAG's Jarita Patterson spoke with a man who works near the crash scene and watched as first responders moved in.
Emergency lights coupled with crime scene tape being whipped around by a strong breeze. Clear signs things were bad here along Winchester near Winbrook Drive overnight. One man did not want to go on camera, but he did want to tell us the moment he saw this large response from first responders, it ushered in a cause for concern.
It was about one firefighter truck out here and like about 6 police cars and a tow truck. They was all over in the grass.
It was here where the vehicle came to a stop as it overturned, wheels facing up. But according to police, this was both a crash and a criminal investigation.
So I ain't nothing about it.
It was around 3 a.m. when detectives say a woman was involved in a verbal altercation with someone. The squabble led to shots being fired. It's unclear if the 23-year-old woman was hit, but we do know she was involved in this crash. Sadly, she was unable to survive her injuries. Also hurt, but expected to be okay, was a man and a baby who was taken to Le Bonheur Children's Hospital.
It's really crazy. It's really crazy out here. This is Whitehaven.
Crazy as well as sad, knowing there was a baby involved. What's still here? Torn pieces of crime scene tape. At one point, yellow tape actually blocked a portion of Winchester, leaving those like the gentleman we spoke with having to navigate around as this is part of his route to work. This is also the route students take heading to class. The victims were taken to local hospitals as the car, essentially left in pieces, was also taken away. Police, meanwhile, are working to piece together exactly what happened. For your news leader in Whitehaven, Jarita Patterson, WREG.
Black chicks getting their cars flipped by, being a black chick is a unique experience for women, man. If you're a woman, now wonder white women didn't vote, because white women they live a completely different experience than y'all, a completely different existence. There's nothing the same between black women and white women. Their walk, their daily
hygiene, hygiene procedure.
Yeah.
Even like mentioning, and it is what it is. Like their hair, for example.
Yeah. Right.
Going to bed, as far as that as well.
Yeah.
That video you showed earlier was very interesting with the older sisters, the mammies.
Yeah, the old mammies.
It's just odd to see them so devoted to the Democrats and they're Christians, and how do they
square that?
All this alphabet bullshit. It's overwhelming alphabet bullshit that the Democrats are promoting. Now, abortions, I get it. They're gonna do that, but the alphabet shit, I don't understand.
I just there's a lot with them, man, that just doesn't quite make sense, man. And I can understand why white women were like, no, we not the same. We're not gonna rock with you.
It's just like, and again, it goes back to a point you always made, Ike, as far as, again, 90% voted for the Democrats and that bullshit, right? So if you were to see a sister move into your neighborhood you can almost assume that she believes that these dangerous, violent, worthless criminals need like 10 chances, if not
Yeah,
more, before we like say, you know what, you're done.
yeah, yeah.
A gunshot victim behind the wheel of a car crashes into a cab driver this afternoon. We got our hands on some surveillance video that shows us what happened right before that accident.
I said, God, I might be dying, because the car caught me with speed.
He was inside his taxi cab as a swerving car made its way towards him near the corner of Frankfurt and Pratt.
We just hear boom.
The aftermath of the crash was there for hours as investigators had the area shut down for blocks.
We're scared because it's not safe,
Surveillance video obtained by NBC 10 shows some of what happened moments before the crash. In the video, you can see someone jump into a running car. Then all of a sudden, a man runs from the ATM right there and appears to pull out a gun and fire off some shots.
Wow.
A while ago, somebody got shot up the street.
Wow. That's what I'm talking about. I wasn't expecting that.
Right. Do you remember? You probably won't because it was a while ago. But there was I forget what town you were at, what channel, but it was a glider town. And their story was about like old glider queens knitting, like a knitting competition. You know what I mean? And look at this right here, Joe.
Yeah, this is different. This is some different shit, man. This is some different shit.
There and appears to pull out a gun and fire off some shots.
A while ago, somebody got shot up the street. It's a lot of violence in this area, so it's not surprising. It's surprising that it was just directly in front of the store.
You can see bullet holes in the car as detectives work the scene. Police say the gunshot victim in the car died a few hours later. The cab driver on the other end of the accident remained on edge.
I'm scared. Yeah, I'm a little shaky,
Scared and nervous, but grateful tonight. Aaron Baskerville, NBC 10 News.
All right, well, we have an update to a developing story we first brought you at 6 o'clock. Police in the Bronx shot a suspect after they say he pointed a weapon at officers. This happened this afternoon on White Plains Road in the Soundview section.
Yeah, man. What did he do, man? He didn't do nothing.
Right, he didn't shoot at y'all. Y'all could have just de-escalated though.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't. I don't see what he did. He like he didn't do nothing. That's normal. This is normal behavior. Pointing the gun at cops. Who hasn't honestly? If you haven't pointed a gun at a cop in the last month, man, press 1.
Right. That's like getting mad at your dog for pissing inside. Like, hey, your dog pisses.
Right. What's up with this shit, man? Oh, total overreaction on the cops' part.
Detectives say the officers were responding to a dispute involving a gun when they encountered 2 suspects as they arrived on the scene. Police shot a 19-year-old suspect twice in the leg, as we said, after they say he pointed a gun at them. Authorities say he had been indicted for another firearm violation just months ago.
Second time this week, like I mentioned, we have someone walking around the community of the Bronx in the Soundview section with a loaded semi-automatic weapon, who was arrested 3 months ago in the streets of Manhattan and indicted.
The NYPD is still working to track down the other suspect. Meanwhile, the injured 19-year-old is being treated while this investigation continues.
Developing tonight, a warning to the public after a string of
stories like that, right? Like word for word. Sometimes I think of like, man, what would Black Twitter say, right? Man, if he was white, they wouldn't have shot him, though. Like what would Black Twitter? What nonsense would Black Twitter say?
Twitter doesn't usually have comments on videos like that, so they're cool because they don't comment on that.
They don't. I'm pretty sure I've seen like here and there comments on videos like these, and the comments are what you would expect.
Yeah, everyone hit the like button, man. We're going for 200. We're going for 300 likes, man. Everyone smash the like button, please, man. Salute to Eric Boatwright, man. He says one more off topic, but it seems Juju is not CCNO. I'm gonna do that video tomorrow. I'm gonna do a video on Juju tomorrow. You're gonna get that. Everyone who who like sports, Caitlin Clark stuff, subscribe to my other channel. All my links to all my channels in the description box. Subscribe to Ock Nation TV, and I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow. Look out for that video, Eric. Salute to Barry B, man. Barry B in the building. Shout out to Barry B.
You know, I
Yeah,
don't know.
I'm
I don't know who
good.
Juju is, Og, but I know Fisherman hates him 2 times.
I'm telling you, man.
Developing tonight, a warning to the public after a string of robberies targeting senior citizens. Chicago police believe those are connected, all happening in the Armour Square neighborhood.
WGN's Courtney Spinelli is live in the newsroom with details. Courtney.
Yeah, Micah and Ray, the sheer nature of these robberies is enough to worry many in the community. Several incidents even rose to physical attacks on the victims, something that has community leaders especially concerned.
These attacks and robberies just feel really senseless.
5 robberies in 5 days between November 15th and November 20th, targeting victims anywhere from 63 to 80 years old, doing nothing else but minding their business. These all
Is
happening
this
between the
Chinatown?
hours of 7 and
Is this Chinatown? It looked like
Hold
Chinatown,
on.
man.
Go back to the map. I'll tell you right now. Yeah.
Right here, East Cermak.
Cermak, you know where it says Cermak and where it meets the 90, the expressway? That
Mhm.
that area, that intersection is like the heart of Chinatown. And then like left of it, which is west, you know, a little bit
Mhm.
more in is Chinatown. So yeah, they're targeting Tigers. So, you know, we know who did this.
Yeah, I mean, Trump, man. Trump's emboldened the people to be
MAGA.
with with the whole Wuhan virus stuff and all that stuff. The China, calling it the China virus, has caused all this stuff, man. Damn Trump, man.
15 at night with many in Chinatown.
I think it's terrible. That's awful. That's God. I didn't realize it was happening so close. And
How to make sure that my grandparents are well and really like.
I gotta make sure I wasn't expecting this voice to sound like that, man. God damn.
Too
Goddamn
bad.
Asian DJ, man.
Smooth operator. Yo,
Yeah.
too bad he didn't have anything good to say.
Right.
Make sure that my grandparents are well and really like see where they're going when you're going outside.
Residents, elected officials, and community activists like Dr. Kim T call the crimes alarming. Some of those happening right outside senior housing buildings.
Cowardly by these criminals.
And apparently not just by one person. We've got descriptions for 3 different assailants.
Police in the 9th District on high alert as some of the
What
most
are they?
vulnerable
Give them
residents in
to
the
us.
community have been victimized by the suspects. They're accused of going up to their victims, shoving or punching them, or pulling out a knife.
At least one case where a gentleman was maced in the face, had to be taken to the hospital to be treated for that.
The suspect's not stopping there, also searching the victims and stealing whatever they may have on them. T says he was out in the community Friday when he encountered a woman in her 70s who told him about a similar attack she claims happened to her 2 days ago, but cited a language barrier and fear of retaliation for why she hasn't reported.
Then a guy came behind her and kind of suffocated her and put both hands to her face and arm and the nose and the mouth, and then she fell to the ground.
T says the woman told him her attacker
What? Hold on, man. I'll give you one more chance, man. What you say?
retaliation for why she hasn't reported.
Then a guy came behind her and kind of suffocated her and put both hands to her face and arm and the nose.
Man, you been here too long, man. This dude been here like 50 years, man. Come on, man.
Right.
Come on, bro.
In the mouth, and then she fell to the ground.
T says the woman told him her attacker took it a step further, cutting her wrist with a sharp object, showing him her wounds. Alderwoman Nicole Lee says many senior residents in the 11th Ward are low income and don't often have much, if anything, on them.
Seniors are around all day long, walking to and from places to get resources and food, meet up with their friends. So it is very, very disturbing at this point.
Watch groups also involved in spreading the word as detectives try to find the people responsible.
Stop terrorizing the community. You may want to turn yourself in because we are coming after you. The CPD will help the CPD every way we could to get them arrested and prosecuted to the fullest according to law.
Now, Chicago police have not announced any arrests or shared any possible images of the suspects. Lee encouraged anyone with video or photo to reach out to police. In the newsroom, Courtney Spinelli, back to you.
16-year-old
I
Martell
really-
Lee is getting a new trial. He was convicted of second-degree sexual assault.
Huh?
I really hope that one of those tigers has something for one of these Sunman one of these days. You know, a Sunman was actually killed yesterday at robbing somebody. Rest in peace.
Yeah, man. Tiger community got to be careful though. Like they be called white adjacent or agents of white supremacy if they start handling this, man. This stuff is unconscionable. Going into another group's community and robbing their senior citizens in broad daylight, like
Right.
over and over and over again.
By the same demographic that claims that's happening to them or some shit.
16-year-old Martell Lee is getting a new trial. He was convicted of second-degree sexual assault, but one juror said she was pressured to vote guilty. Our Kenosha County reporter Glenda Valdez was in court as the judge declared a mistrial.
Look, all I want for Christmas is for my baby to be home. And I got my wish. I got my wish. I'm so happy.
After more than 6 months, Jennifer Jones, Martell Lee's mother, is relieved that her son will be getting a new trial. Lee was accused of sexually assaulting a classmate at Indian Trail High School earlier this year. He was found guilty of second-degree sexual assault and was set for sentencing. But in court today, the judge said there's been a miscarriage of justice and declared a mistrial.
And my son got that fair trial, got that opportunity for a fair trial today. I feel like the judge was fair. He made pointers for the state and the defense. And when it was all said and done, my son was granted a new trial. That's all we wanted was a fair chance. And he got it, finally.
Last month, 3 jurors came forward expressing their doubts about the conviction. One juror writing a letter to the judge saying she felt bullied into giving a guilty verdict. Other jurors who were unsure of Lee's guilt told the judge they were coerced into a guilty verdict by those on the jury who were in favor of convicting Lee. According to court documents, some of the jury allegedly said they would make the decision for them so they could all go home. This comes after court records showed the victim changed details of the incident multiple times and briefly recanted. Now Lee's family and friends are looking forward to having him home and getting a new trial.
It was actually really emotional. It was good to see two things: that justice for Martell is finally going to happen, and also that the community showed up.
The courtroom today was packed with family, friends, and community members that were there in support of Martell Lee. The next hearing is on Tuesday, where the court will consider the potential for a retrial, bond, and continued confinement.
Okay, man. Sons, man, winning, man. You getting new trials and everything, man.
Right, good thing for that son, teen or whatever, that he wasn't gunned down by another brother. Otherwise, no one would have gave a fuck.
Yeah, man. That's
35-year-old Mark Hawley was shot and killed in the Wilkes neighborhood in Portland this past week. His family spoke to us today about the legacy he left behind. I'm Lisa Balick, and this is The 10. The family of the man shot and killed this week in Northeast Portland speaks out, hoping that you can give some help in finding his killer. Our Ariel Salk joins us live. Ariel, you spoke with one of his stepdaughters tonight. Tell us, what did she say?
Yeah, she joined us from Ohio. She's absolutely devastated. She says that he was a father figure to her and her little sister, and now they want justice.
He helped raise us. He was always there for us. He was just a call away. You know, I'm sorry.
Tears fall from Simone Cooper's cheeks, thinking about Mark Hawley, the man who raised her and her little sister.
He's genuine. He's kind. He's a really good soul. And his life was taken way too early.
35-year-old Hawley was shot and killed in the Wilkes neighborhood in Northeast Portland, leaving behind a 4-year-old son and the 2 stepdaughters he raised.
He showed up to every award event for my sister. He made sure she made honor roll, was taken care of all of the time. She's destroyed to lose him from our world. Who are we going to call at our major events or when we need help?
Before our interview, she said detectives told her not to share details of the shooting.
It seems like the person that did this obviously didn't have a respect for human life or law enforcement.
She is pleading if anyone has any information to go to the Portland police.
He was someone's dad. He was someone's brother. He was someone's cousin. He was someone's nephew. He was someone's friend. And what if, one of theirs, this happened to one of theirs, one of their people? Wouldn't you want justice?
To help catch the killer.
I hope he gets caught. I hope he goes to jail.
Now, if you'd like to support their funeral costs and donate, they do have a GoFundMe page set up, and that link can be found on our website, coin.com. Reporting live in downtown Portland, Ariel Salk, back to you.
Fish is in the bag.
The New York judge presiding over Donald Trump's hush money case.
All right, Fish is back. I got one for you, Fish, man. I got one for you, Fish. I saw this yesterday, man. I saw this yesterday online, man. It was alarming too, man.
You were perturbed.
Yeah, it says many people are not aware of the fact that the African slavery was not Dutch, that the Opium Wars were not English, that communism was not Russian, and even the mafia was not Italian. All were Juice Crew. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I knew the Russian, the communism was Juice Crew, and the mafia had a lot of prominent Juice Crew.
I knew about Meyer Lansky, but I didn't know a lot of them would. I didn't know that, but this kind of breaking this.
In the 1st century before Christ, Memmius predicted that the Jews might someday exterminate all of humanity. He wrote to Cicero and condemned the barbarity and superstitions of the Jews. You governed Cilicia, whose borders almost touch Palestine. You have witnessed the barbarities and superstitions of this people. You have characterized them well in your beautiful oration for Flaccus. All other peoples have committed crimes. The Jews are the people who boast about it. They were all born with the rage of fanaticism in their hearts, just as the Germans and the English were born with blonde hair. I would not be surprised if this nation was one day fatal to humankind. So praise with me our Lucretius for having dealt so many mortal blows to superstition. If he had stopped there, all the nations would have to come to the gates of Rome to crown his tomb with flowers.
So I better say, you better be careful because they're probably going to show some body parts.
The Black Plague wasn't a virus. The well poisoning accusation. The Black Plague killed almost 1/3 of the European population in the middle of the 14th century. Many believe that the plague was the result of Juice Crew poisoning Christian wells. Did you hear about that, Fisherman?
Yeah. Yeah, they've been caught doing that stuff at different times in history.
I know soon after that, Spain banned them. Spain banished them soon after that time.
I mean, if you read their religious texts, it's like, why on earth would you want these people living amongst you?
Yeah. And I don't know if you knew this, the Kingdom of Russia banished them as well. And then soon after, communism came about. I don't know if you knew that.
Wow.
The Kingdom of Russia, like in the late 1800s, banned them. And then,
Yeah, the
like,
Juice
maybe,
Crew
like,
hated the Tsar, and they had him killed.
and then soon after they had what was his name? The Lenin.
Lenin.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was Juice Crew.
Trotsky, they were Juice Crew puppets and whatnot.
Marx was a Juice Crew as well.
I didn't know that they were heavy in Iraq, in Turkey, in Morocco. Like this chart showing about the genetic continuums of the Ashkenazi Jew. This might be high science for the show, but like they got like a lot of their blood in places you wouldn't expect.
It's a really confusing people, the way they can separate themselves from everybody and justify, anything.
But
Wow.
it's very impressive how this nation in particular seems to be well suited for their propaganda as far as like hate crimes and you know anti-Jews crew laws. You know what I mean? Like it's just perfect for them to flourish and not be targeted, not be called out.
Yeah. Um, I didn't know about the opium wars though, man. I didn't know they were. I didn't know they were like.
You know who the Sackler family is?
I heard of them yesterday when I did some research on them. The Sackler family. Yeah. Jeez, man, that's crazy. I had no idea, man. Wow. I
I
had
mean,
no
you can.
idea.
There's a YouTuber. He's a Juice Crew guy, and he's in Israel. His name's Corey Gill Schuster. You can look up his YouTube videos, and he goes around asking questions to Israelis that just people online ask him to ask Israelis. And they'll just openly say, like, yeah, we're going to enslave the world. Yeah, everybody's our slaves. Yeah, we can do whatever we want with the dogs of the world, meaning the people of the world. They just feel comfortable saying it amongst each other.
Wow.
They are, call it what you want, man, but they are an impressive group.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just unbelievable what they accomplished, the damage and the prosperity that they do bring, in their own way, I guess.
Wow. Wow. That's absolutely amazing. The opium wars though, that's another one, man. Let me see what this guy's got to say, man. Who's this? Dada Rican. He says, last week my father had to defend himself from a guy on the subway in Brooklyn that didn't like his hat.
Man, give us more details on that, Reed.
Yeah, what kind of hat did he have? Was it a big hat or a small hat, man? You gotta
Right. And
hit
then
the link, man.
who was the person that, attacked him? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. The big hat or a small hat. Yeah, but I was listening to something that just said, like, wow, the Jews was heavy in China. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's
Like,
how they got communism started there. It was an envoy of Juice Crew that came from Russia, and they built up Mao and his party. And they taught him how to use social justice to create political turmoil. Like China went through all that feminism shit and all that woke shit like 80 years ago.
Yeah, through their education system, right? Through the universities.
Well, yeah, it's the same script as here, the media and the education system.
wow, I'm still stuck that they fucking was in China during the opium wars. And like they were like fighting over like the right to sell the opium, man. That shit is crazy, man.
If there's money to
Wow.
be made, right? If there's pennies to
Yeah,
pinch.
that's true. I forgot about that. That's true. It shouldn't surprise me, but it does, man. China, pre-colonial China, Juice Crew was in it, dominating. Let's see. Yikes.
I mean, look at the popular religions of the world. They're all Jewish. It's like people worship Jews and they don't even realize it.
Yeah, Jesus, yeah. Christianity, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Islam as well.
Yeah. I was reading,
Islam?
Yeah, I mean, Islam is rooted in Judaism.
I didn't know
he
that.
talks about the tribes. He talks about everything the Bible says is in the Quran.
Wow.
He talks about Moses on there, Jesus, But I was reading the Bible recently. I read it from time to time, and I gotta admit, Fish, it's kind of hard to stomach, all this talk about Jacob and you know the Abraham, and it's just like I don't care about these Jewish crew, you know?
Yeah, if you read Thomas Paine's The Age of Reason, he just goes through the Bible and talks about all the logical and factual inconsistencies, and it's just a book that's been mashed together from a bunch of different people, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
But it's very influential nonetheless, you know?
Yeah, people want some singular source of morality and something that feels solid for them to base reality on, and currently it is the Bible.
Yeah, wow. Jews selling coffee in the Indian Ocean. It's just amazing, man.
Yeah, if they just, stuck to the business stuff, they're great at that, but it's all the other weird and degenerate shit that they do is the problem.
Will now be happy to share with you, and I hope to hear your thoughts afterwards. And I will start right away. A diaspora can be defined as a group of people who have migrated from one common place of origins to more than one destination, usually while maintaining some attachment to their homeland. And the word diaspora in this sense refers originally to the Jewish experience after the biblical exile from the land of Israel. Yet the Jewish diaspora, of course, has never been really one diaspora, but consisted of many movements in many directions, many dispersions centered around many homelands. In this talk, I will deal with two such diasporas within a diaspora, to quote a book titled by Jonathan Israel, namely the dispersion of mostly Baghdadi Jews in East Asia and of mostly Yemeni Jews at the Horn of Africa as they emerged during the 19th and 20th centuries.
Wow.
Although these diasporas were modest in size, each counting just a few hundred souls, they helped shed light on the more profane aspects of the Jewish experience, as well as emphasize general non-Jewish processes.
I don't want to put people to sleep, but we'll have to get back to the Opium Wars one day, man. I'll have to do a show on the Opium Wars, man, because that shit is great. They strung the whole China. They strung out so many Chinese people. I mean, that shit was crazy dope.
You should look up the Corey Gill Schuster videos, either on here or just on the reading board.
Isn't it Corey? What?
Corey Gill, Gil Schuster. Yeah, that's him. And if you go to his channel and then probably go to like his popular videos, it'll give you the ones I'm talking about. You click on popular. Yeah, look at that third one, I think. Third one from the left.
Thanks everybody who watches the Ask Project. It's really, really appreciated. I've noticed lately that the amount of views are low, contributions have gone down. It's the only way I'm able to do this project is from your contributions and sharing the videos.
Man, touche, man. I feel the same way, dude, man. I feel the same way, man. We definitely need you guys to support the channel, man. We need more of you guys to support the channel, and contribute more, man. Appreciate you guys that do, though, man. Salute to everyone who does. But yeah, this is he ain't lying right here, man.
Thanks everybody who watches the Ask Project. It's really, really appreciated. I've noticed lately that the amount of views are low, contributions have gone down. It's the only way I'm able to do this project is from your contributions and sharing the videos. Please contribute. Go into the description below to see how. Guys, I appreciate so much that you guys watch these videos, like these videos, share these videos, and contribute. It's amazing. Thank you.
Wow.
אתה רואה גויים כשווים, כבני אדם.
כן, בוודאי.
אוקיי, כל הזכויות שיש לך, כאילו, מגיע להם.
אני רואה את עצמי כמיוחד יותר, אבל ודאי שווה זכויות.
אוקיי, מה זה אומר מיוחד יותר? באיזה מובן? מישהו שלא מבין.
במובן הדתי.
אוקיי, שזה נותן לך מה?
אני חושב שיש לי ייעוד גדול יותר. הייעוד שלי הוא חשוב יותר.
Okay. Do you see Jews and non-Jews as the same?
Are you Jewish?
Yeah.
Are they Jewish?
No.
So what's the purpose of the question?
People outside want to know, from a Haredi point of view, do you see Jews and non-Jews as the same?
I'll answer you politically. In the eyes of
I don't
Hashem,
want political. Yeah, okay,
in the
fine,
eyes
go.
of Hashem, we all are created. In the eyes of God, we are all created. But as you know, as the Chumash, the Bible says, the Jews are the chosen nation. So you can't exactly consider that when there's testimony from Hashem that we are different. So it's not my opinion, it's Hashem's opinion. I just happen to follow Hashem.
האם גויים, אנשים לא יהודים, הם פחות או inferior, כאילו, to Jews, ליהודים?
הם נחותים.
נחותים, כן.
בשום אופן לא. אין שום קשר. אין שום קשר יהודי וגוי לגבי רמת משכל או רמת מוסריות, זה רק עניין של מסורות. ליהודים יש מסורת מסוימת, לגויים יש מסורת אחרת. הם יכולים להיות כאן וכאן, להתחלף, שום קשר.
האם אתה רואה גויים כשווים, כאילו בזכויות, כבני אדם?
אני רואה אותם כאן כיצירה של הקדוש ברוך הוא, זה לא משנה. מבחינת אדם הם אדם. שהתנהגו כמו בן אדם, אז הם שווים כאדם.
למה אתה חושב שהם לא מתנהגים כמו?
לא אמרתי שהם לא, אמרתי אם הם לא מתנהגים.
לא, אבל למה זה אז עלה לך לראש?
כי גם אני, לא רק גויים, גם יהודי שלא מתנהג כיהודי, הוא לא נחשב, התורה אומרת להרוג אותו גם, אם צריך.
להרוג אותו?
כן, בטח, יש הלכות, מה, לפי התורה אני אומר, לא... ולכן אני אומר, מי שמתנהג כבן אדם, ויש לו את הזכות להיות בן אדם, אז יש לו זכויות של אדם. מי שמתנהג כחד שלום לא כאדם, אין לו דינים של אדם.
האם אתה רואה אנשים יהודים ולא יהודים כאותו דבר, כאותו דבר?
אני יודע שיש כל מיני תפיסות, שיש איזשהו הבדל בין יהודים ללא יהודים. אני, מבחינת ההשקפה שלי, אני לא מבין בזה כלום, זה משהו שאני לא חושב שאף אחד מבין בזה, באמת, והרבה אנשים לוקחים את זה לכל מיני כיוונים לא נכונים. אני יודע שאלוקים רוצה שאנחנו כולנו נהיה באהבה אחד עם השני ובכבוד אחד לשני.
אם אתה בחו"ל ואתה פוגש מישהו שהוא לא יהודי, אתה רואה אותו כאילו שווה?
כן, גם אני עובד עם אנשים שהם לא יהודים, בעבודה שלי. אני איך שאני חווה את זה, אני משתדל כלפי כל בן אדם להיות באהבה ובכבוד כלפיו.
אוקיי. תתי, אני אשאל אותך. האם אתה רואה יהודים וגויים כשווים, כאילו?
כשווים?
כן. בזכויות, כאילו מגיע להם, דברים כאלה.
כן. כן. פשוט ליהודים יש דרך חיים שבורא עולם נתן לנו.
No, my fault. I thought we were losing you for a second. My fault.
No, I mean, I don't find this that earth-shattering though. They're talking about religion, so yeah, they're being very politically correct.
But I mean, if you ask me, and I get what they're asking, but if you were to ask me, if I think Mexicans are different than X, Y, and Z, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think we all know what they're getting at because they're the chosen ones, right?
Yeah.
Yo, Dada Rican is on the panel right now, right?
What's up, Dada Rican? What happened, man? What's going on?
Hey, what's up? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you good. Go ahead.
All right. I don't know. There's something wrong with my phone. I'm hearing it all choppy, but I tried doing that super chat like 10 different ways, and they wouldn't let me send it. They didn't like some words in there, but I'll give you the story. So last week, my father was on the subway. He had a Trump hat on. And of course, you know, we Puerto Rican. So he said a white dude with earrings and a tattoo didn't like his hat, rolled up on him on the subway, and started complaining about him being Latino. Asked him if he was Latino. He said, yeah. And then, oh, you voted for Trump, trying to get everybody on the train against him or whatever. He's like, what is it to you? You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. And my father's about 70. I think he's 72. So, you know, he got his cane in his hand, and the dude, you know, took a swung at him, but missed and just hit the brim of the hat. The hat flew off, and my father smacked him.
Wow.
He fell out outside because the train had just stopped. So the guy decided to hit him, you know, when the doors opened. So my father smacked him right out the subway train. So then he went out to you know, finish him off. And you know, my father's old, so you know, he slipped on the pizza box. The guy had a pizza box or whatever. He slipped on it. So when he fell down, he looked up. The guy came back after him, and my father caught him with his cane, and then went to go hit him again. And the dude got up and ran, you know, with his mouth all bloody and took off. You know, so you don't mess with old people on the train. You know.
Wow. Yeah, you need to get that message out, man.
So your old man, he's a MAGA gang.
Well, say that again. He's a what?
He's a Trump gang.
Oh yeah.
He didn't hear what Trump said about, or they said about New York being garbage.
Yeah. Yo soy basura. Pero listen. So my father's a 6th degree black belt though. So he ain't your average 72-year-old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, but he was like, I didn't want to hurt the guy, but the guy took a swung, so that's what he gets.
Yeah, man. Poor guy, man. He ran up against the wrong senior, man.
Yeah, I mean,
seniors he could have ran up against. He ran up against your dad. Wow.
So now they don't gotta just worry about the brothers. They gotta worry about the liberal Gladys too now.
It sounds like it.
Telling you, man. Wow.
He said that when he got back in the train, though, there was a brother next to him when the whole thing, an older dude, though, you know, about our age, maybe a little older. And when he got back in the train, the dude gave him back his hat, the black dude, and was like, yo, here. He's like, people are crazy out here, you know?
Yeah, man. Very crazy. I want to show y'all this, man.
For schools to
Hey, Rod, what's on your mind? The show. On the topic of where we go from here, I appreciate you bringing that up, Angela, because I'm sure as you all were, really just overwhelmed by our community. I know that we've all known, and we brag about it all the time, how incredible the listeners and viewers are of this show and how much of a family we feel we have cultivated up to this point. Their responses have been quite incredible. And if you haven't been able to check them out, I'd love for us to just quickly maybe visit a few of them. Let's see what we got.
What's good, Native Land Pod? Once again, I'm Lawrence, and I'm in Dallas. I want to address the question posed at the end of today's episode. I just finished watching. I don't think you guys should stop. As a matter of fact, I think you have an obligation to continue. 3 of my friends, and this is very personal to me, 3 of my friends were not engaged in politics, didn't really care about politics. But, you know, a couple of times we shared a blunt and listened to the Native Land Pod on my balcony. Not only did they get registered for this most recent election, but we had all kinds of conversations about local politics, and they voted. They actually voted, and you guys were instrumental in that. So not only do I believe that you should continue the podcast, but I believe it's going to be absolutely necessary, especially for the next 4 years, not only instructing people, but kind of delivering education when it is obviously much needed.
I want to hang out with him and his friends.
I'm telling you, on that day, on that
smash. Yeah, these people, these women right here, man, they can't let this go. It's supposed to be over. Like, it's over. Like, you know what I mean? I really think we're gonna have trouble out of these liberals, man. I really do, man. Let me play some more.
That other day.
Were you running another clip, AG, or that was the one you wanted to see? I thought you said run a few of them.
I thought that they had put together a few of them, but
Let's hear from some more. Do y'all want to hear from some more?
I was fine with hearing the diversity.
I love that.
Okay, Nick, let's hear another one.
Hey guys, it's Dawn from Houston, Texas, and I just finished your episode, the first one, post-election that I have been frantically waiting on, if I'm being honest. And in response to your question on whether or not you guys should continue the podcast, to put it bluntly, because I've already made 2 videos that are too long, absolutely, hell yes. We need you. We need the information. We need the sensitivity to us, to our culture, to our people, and your work that you.
I feel the obligation.
She about to cry. Yo, these people are deranged. But do you see how regular black people are when there's 2 different types of black people. There's a black person who has a YouTube channel, and then there's every other black person. So you on YouTube and you think a lot of black people are not on the Democratic plantation. Or you think a lot of black people have, strayed from the Democratic plantation. But when you talk to regular black people that aren't YouTubers, 90% of them are not just on the plantation, but there's no evidence that whatever the black people on YouTube are talking about even exists.
Yeah, none of the facts they go off of are based in anything in reality. It's all just stuff they've thought up in their head that they've tried to create justifications for that make no sense.
Exactly.
Yo,
honestly,
go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. So I accidentally right when Trump was winning that night, I was trying to send my brother a text after we found out he won overnight, and I accidentally did it in a group text with my family and my sister. My sister is a Democrat from the last 20-something years. You know what I mean?
Accident, right.
Oh man, 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, like 6 o'clock in the morning, it just went off. I got a million text messages of all that woke nonsense back and forth. That I'm like, what?
Abortion this.
Yeah, I said, oh, what? Yeah, I mean, all the talking points, right? Oh, there she said it. She lives in Florida, right? And she's down with the brothers. You know what I'm saying? All my nieces and nephews are all half sons. You know what I'm saying? It's all sombritos. That's who she is. Whatever. It don't matter. Half our family is like that. We either whiter than white with blonde hair, blue eyes, or blacker than black. You know what I mean? It's been like that for the last 5-6 generations. You know what I mean? That's how Puerto Ricans are. But she went off and all this stuff I saw. She goes, "Oh, you voted for your guns and your cheap gas prices." No, I voted for a lot of other things. And then she's like, "Oh, all the women in the family, you know how they go off." And I'm like, "Yo, whoa, it was an accident. I meant to send that to my brother."
It's a shame.
Nah, man. 5 days straight.
Hide. Yeah, it's a shame that we gotta hide and we gotta still I see it's changing a little bit. You people can be more open about supporting Trump in public, but there's still like that. It's still like that fear from a lot of people. A lot of people don't want to, hide the fact that they supported Trump or they support Trump. Let's listen to this chick right here, man.
On A-Rye.
I'm very emotional. I think that I feel the obligation. I feel frustrated, honestly, with myself because I spent so much time over the last couple of weeks just focusing on the half that I hate right now, like the half of the country that I despise.
I told you they hate us. Like
it was a lot more than half. Just FYI, lady.
Yeah, they hate us.
Yeah.
And this is a thing that I learned, you know, being around liberals, because my wife and all her friends are liberals. Like, they despise us.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and they think we're stupid. Like, they think, because a lot of Democrats are, you know, college type. They, like, you know, they went to college and they,
Yeah, they're so
you know what I'm saying?
self-righteous.
Yeah, like that, and they feel like they understand politics, and they understand, like, you know how like the average American doesn't know how a bill gets passed. They don't know about the three branches of government. They don't know, you know what I'm saying, how it really works and shit. And a lot of the college types understand these things, but that doesn't matter, man. You still don't know what a
Right.
woman is. You still can't
Mm.
define a woman. You still think fucking drag queen story hour is a good thing.
That open borders are the right thing to
Yeah,
do.
so it's like, if they don't understand that, yes, they know the three branches of government. Yes, they know how a bill gets passed. Yes, they know what an amendment is. Yes, they know a filibuster. They know all that stuff. They know how many congressmen, who's the congresswoman here, what bill they passed. Da, da, da. But yeah, but it's what you don't know. And it's this other weird shit that you're involved in is why you lost. And they just
Right.
can't accept that.
I mean, they need to understand that all the shit that you just described, it almost doesn't matter because people are retarded anyway, right? So it doesn't
Yeah.
even matter. But hearing this sister talk though, it's hitting me like, man, maybe we did fail the sisters.
Yeah, I know you start to get remorseful, man. Yeah, man, don't fight that urge, man.
And I'm frustrated about that because you don't get understanding through frustration and hate. And I think that what I like feel guilty about is knowing that there's an obligation to a whole other half, you know, of the country, and feeling like there has to be a conversation, you know, a come to Jesus, as they say, with so many people, because we are really not on the same page. And I am at a loss at this point for how to get there. And so
So we're not on the same page with her, and she needs to get us on the same page.
Right. There's no, that's the thing. It's like you're two totally different worldviews that are incompatible. There is no same page.
Well, the last couple of months, what the Democrats been doing is trying to bully everybody into thinking their way, and they think, oh, I got a college degree, therefore I'm smarter than you. Just because you can sit in a classroom for 4 years plus, mean you smarter than me? I don't think so.
Here's the thing with her, she's not talking about like adjusting the Democratic party line, or what the Democrat the policies and their worldview. She's talking about just convincing you. Like, she's not saying we need to, you know, move to the center, or, you know, move away from, you know, the trans community, or move away from the pro-immigration community. She's talking about we're gonna stay the exact same, and I'm gonna sweet talk you into fucking seeing it my way, and I'm gonna cry, and I'm she, you know, do whatever it takes to get you to see. And she doesn't understand that you've lost all credibility. Like, Democrats are like a joke now. They're literally seen as like, okay, you're a Democrat. That's some Democrat shit. Like, it's almost like how the F word, FAG, would used to be back in the day. Like be like, that pass was you know, that pass was an LGBT pass, man. Put some energy behind that LGBT pass, or that hit. That was a LGBT hit. And now Democrat has replaced that. It's like they're corny, soft, weird.
Yeah.
Synonymous with that.
Yo, did you notice that this sister here has cried more than a sister that we see on the news talking about, yeah, this is my third kid that's been murdered. She's shedding more
Exactly.
tears.
Exactly. And if she found out, like if she was told how many black men, excess of black men, have died in the last 4 years to murder, or black people in general, she wouldn't bat an eye.
No. She would spew the same talking point as poverty or some shit.
Yeah. No, she wouldn't even, she just wouldn't say anything. She just, she yell at you about how racist you are.
Or say that it's made up by
I think
racists.
you
Yeah.
guys know I'm fiercely competitive over all kinds of ridiculous things. But what I really don't like to do is I don't mind saying I don't know. I don't mind admitting I don't know. I hate not knowing for an extended period of time and feeling like the overwhelm of I don't know where to turn to find the answer, right? Like, I don't even know if at this point people will be honest about their reasons for voting for the other side, or if they'll be honest about who they really voted for.
I'll give her that. A lot of people aren't being honest. A lot of people just like Trump. They like his energy. They like his personality. They rock with him, the way he stands up to, liberals, the way he stands up to women. He don't treat women special. He give them the same shit that they give him. A lot of people just like Trump. They like, when he got shot, he stood up and pumped his fist. They like him. So a lot of people are not saying that. I will give her that. A lot of people are not just saying that. A lot of people say, oh, the eggs are $7. Nah, motherfucker. You like Trump. And you was like, and you had a choice between Trump or this cackling empty suit weirdo Kamala, and you were like, yo, I like Trump. It was basically that for a lot of people. And it's very hard for people to say that. And that's because the Democrats bullied people into compliance for the last 20 some odd years.
Because they probably know us or have seen us and wouldn't feel comfortable telling us the truth. So where do you go to solve an I don't know when you're not even confident that people will be honest with you? You know what I mean? And it's like the weight of that. We were in our group chat earlier, and I'm sorry if I'm flailing. I'm trying to make sense. We were in our group chat earlier, and by the way, group chats are now triggering to me because I feel like, when are we just another echo chamber where we're in our own bubble? Because now we're all getting off Twitter, because now Twitter is going to be the hellscape, and now who are we going to talk to beyond our bubbles? Because we all think at least similar, maybe not the same, but
here's the thing: Elon Musk doesn't censor them. He doesn't shadow ban them. He doesn't ban their channels when they say mean things about conservatives. Before Jack Dorsey, the guy who owned Twitter before Elon Musk, he did that to conservatives when they said things that liberals didn't like. He banned them. He shadow banned them. He kicked them off the platform. So this notion, this is another instance of them projecting onto us the things that they do. And I hope America gets that almost everything they say is a projection or confession.
similar. Anyway, I digress. My point is, we were in a group chat earlier, and there's this conversation about if the Rainbow Coalition essentially is a thing. Like, are we going to all be able to come together as people of color and do the damn thing? And the conversation was like, no, I don't think it's a thing. And I can't lose that hope. Like, if we lose that hope, we don't have a path, y'all. Like, we really.
Wow.
A path to what? Like, what is she even saying?
She's talking about that whole thing where where the white liberals put everybody who's not a white liberal in a box. So where it's like the Black and Brown Coalition or BIPOC, or, you know what I'm saying, they merge trans with black, you know, so they take the George Floyd flag, the BLM flag, and put the pride flag and all together. And it's like, basically, okay, so we got everybody who's not white is in a group, and we make you a voting block, and you guys vote for us, and we can count on that as a voting block. And what they realized was they let in a bunch of males from the fucking Central America and the Middle East, and those guys are not fucking gonna vote for no woman.
Yeah, but what I want clarification on, and I hear this a lot, is like we don't have a path, and it's like path to what? I want her to describe in detail what exactly she means about this BIPOC path.
I'm thinking they mean like, burn it down, right?
Right. That's what I want her to say. I want her to say, I want to burn this shit down and I want to kill gliders. That's what I want her to say.
I think she's more talking about a path to winning elections by getting every vote that's not a straight white male, and every vote that's in a lot more votes that are
but electing who to do what?
Whoever their candidate is.
Because even when they say, like reform or reimagine, they're talking about burning it down, essentially.
When you say burning it down, what do you mean?
Like ruining the country, making white people suffer, making everything worse.
Making it, like, how, again, reimagine policing, right? It's pretty much like an idea of like abolish policing, right?
Right. They just want to burn stuff down.
Yeah, when they say burn it down, they in their mind they think they're gonna make some kind of utopia, but this utopia would be hell.
Oh yeah, with trans people and black people and power and shit. Yikes.
Well, yeah, and they don't have a plan for anything beyond the burning it down part. So you burned everything down. Okay, how do we get the food everywhere? Okay, how do we stop crime? They have no fucking idea.
Yes, how do we make steel? How do we get grain? How do we get rice? The basics.
Cannot figure out how to be in coalition, in solidarity on multiple challenges, on multiple fronts, for multiple policy issues. We are
Yeah.
We are. Like, there's not a nice way for me to say, Dad, sorry, I had to cuss it. There's no other way for me to explain it. We are if there's no coalition, if there's no coming together.
Wow. If everybody who's not a straight white male doesn't team up against straight white males, we're, as the Democrat Party, we're screwed, because that's what we've been living on for the last X amount of years.
Together for a larger group, there is no path to victory. And I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose.
That's real.
Well,
Tiff, where you at?
Well, I just want to say this about the coalition building, because as you all know, I've talked about it on this show and in everything I've done.
That tells you a lot about her person. She's a nice looking lady, but these two words are not something that that's enticing, man.
It's not endearing qualities.
Yeah, exactly.
And she'll be
the multiracial coalition.
She'll be at a loss as to why she can't get a man.
Oh yeah, she have no clue why, and we'll sit here looking like this and have no man, which is just insane.
As you all know, I've talked about it on this show and in everything I've done. I have believed in the multiracial coalition. I've always said I have the Fred Hampton approach, like bring everybody along, and let's, we align, we can win. I want to caution us because exit polling data is not the most reliable, and we were cautioned in our group chat by that. But what I saw was jarring to me, to see so many people of color align with oppressive policies and oppressive
of color. What the fuck does that mean? Indian people can't stand black people. Mexicans can't stand.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to get in the room with these women and I want to grill them and make them define in explicit terms what the fuck they are actually saying. Because it's like they say a lot of liberals, they're retarded, but they fall for the shit where these women talk in circles and vague bullshit. And it's like, no, I want you to say exactly what the fuck you mean. When you say oppressive policies, put a name to that. What are you actually saying?
Well, they're not going to say that because they know there's no oppressive policies, but they know that that's a talking point. That's how they.
I know, but I would be like, oh, so you mean white people? You're talking about, you mean white people, right? And she'd be like, well, I mean, yes. And it's like, okay, that's what I want you to say. Don't bullshit me. Say white people. Say you hate white people. Say you want to get rid of white people. Say you don't like white people in politics. You don't like this country. You don't like people having a high standard of living. That's what you need to say. Like, stop with the fucking niceties and all this floof bullshit.
Issues, and it quite frankly broke my heart. And I have been in the throes of re-examining my entire worldview around it, and I haven't landed in a place. So I would love to thumbtack that, because I think that's something that when we have some actual data, I would love to discuss. Right now, I'm like, don't talk to me right now. You know, like, wait until I see the data. But right now, I am not building coalitions right now. Right now, I need to be in the safety and comfort of my community. And I hope, to Angela's point, that
ma'am, your community that when she's talking about black people, right? Yo, what about the many black people that are like hood rats and fucking criminals and gangbangers and Shaniquas and Keishas? She's just talking about other black women who went to college and got 85 degrees and just fucking. That's her community, and gay black dudes that you know.
She probably lives in a nice apartment building that's a bunch of gliders.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt. If she the type she is scared of Keisha, not like first is like she wouldn't feel comfortable talking around a bunch of Keishas. Her voice, her voice wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't feel like
she wouldn't be assertive.
Yeah, assertive around a bunch of Shaniquas and Keishas. She would their energy is too, you know, aggressive and too ostentatious and obnoxious, and it overpowers her. She can't be, you know, herself around them.
That we can get to a place, and give me a few months. I hope we can get to a place where we can lock arms and build. I want to say too, though, about hating or despising, you know, one half of the country. I don't believe it's one half of the country. I think we have to consider how many people actually participate in the voting process. And so of that small group of people, sadly, it's a small percentage of Americans who actually vote. Half of that chose to vote for Donald Trump for president, and I'm okay despising them. You know, like I think, Angela, you have to give yourself some grace in that too.
She's okay despising half of the country. He's okay. First, she tries to say that it's not really half of the country; it's only half of the people that vote. So she's coping. She's having a hard time. These women are having a hard time.
That's all that was cope bullshit.
2 weeks out, they're still struggling like this, man. I think what happened was they thought with Kamala winning, they were going to get placed in some kind of, not in her cabinet, but they were going to get some kind of appointment that, like, you know, some kind of job in the government or some kind of position, you know, put in charge of something, you know, minor, where they could have a, you know, pad their resume and stuff like that. And now there's none of that, man. There's no place for them in American politics for like 8 years. And these people are pretty young. These people are probably in their early 40s or mid 40s. So they're looking at the landscape. They're looking at, okay, we lost this one. We're probably going to lose the next one. And you know what I'm saying? And that's a long time to be boxed out of politics, man, in the way that they want to be involved in it. Whereas, like, they want to be, like, part of it and shit, like, on the...
You know, you go through your process, your process of grief and emotion and everything you're going through. But, you know, we cannot always extend an olive branch to bigots. We cannot always come to an understanding with
called name calling.
People who either adopt racist beliefs or are okay with racist beliefs.
More name calling. They just don't get it.
I don't know how the two are different. So I just don't have this desire to understand that half. I don't think I'm in a bubble. I try to consume a lot of information from
Baby, you are in a mega bubble. You are in the thickest, most opaque bubble in the fucking country.
Who's this Ruber? Ru RT Tuber? Who are you? All right, easy bullshit. Yeah, but this is this. And make sure you support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat. Continue to support the channel, guys. We in the hour, I think 4. You can support the channel. Salute to Aster J, man. He says, the irony is when these heifers trash up the place, they'll demand that gliders rebuilt it. Exactly. Like this woman, these black women don't understand that this little community they talk about, and these people that the other half that they're calling racist, that racist half is made up of the men and women that secure that you know are the armed services that make her able to, like, for instance, if she lived, she doesn't realize that being an American, you can do a podcast without bombs dropping on your head. You don't have to worry about a country invading you. You can there'll never be bread lines. It won't be you can have she can walk the streets in America and call the cops or call an ambulance and somebody will show up in 2 minutes. She can
she can order any product she wants and have it at her doorstep.
Exactly. And she doesn't realize that that's because of white people. You don't have that security. You don't have that efficiency in countries run by people of color, especially people of her color. And it's almost impossible to have that type of efficiency, and it is corrupt as she claims the government is. It's nothing compared to how it is in countries where people of her color are. And when it comes to women's rights, forget about it. Women's rights don't exist in countries where she, where people of her color are the majority. It doesn't exist. Salute to Deluxe 247, aka Cal Rookie, aka the real MVP, coming through once again.
Outlets as well, not regularly, but I think I dealt with white folks long enough and know enough white folks.
So
see there, she finally said it. Like, just fucking say that, you stupid bitch.
So she's gonna tell us about white folks. She's gonna tell us about the people who like literally pave the streets and, you know what I mean, keep the fucking street lights on and keep the goddamn exits, ramps on the highway, and put rumble strips along the highway. So if you doze off, your fucking car hits the rumble strip and you wake up. And you know what I'm saying? Like state troopers and shit and all the safeguards that this glider society affords her. Bras, tampons, formula for baby formula, all the things that allow women to come into the workforce and leave the home were all created by gliders in the Western world. And now let's hear her talk about them. And
I'm pretty clear on how people feel. The people of color piece is something that I have curiosity about. So I just am so grateful that people do respect and have happily and joyfully joined the community that we built here. Like I said, it's not a podcast. We built community. I think that's reflected, and I think it will be reflected in this political cycle. I think we will see, we saw a huge spike in people tuning in to this episode. We saw a huge spike in people who watched our mini pod on what happened. I think those numbers will continue to grow exponentially because the news media has painfully failed everybody. And so people are going to different sources. And so I'm honored to share a space with you guys. And I take the responsibility very seriously. And so when we are here, I want to be sure that we are presenting the most clear, accurate information that you guys get to hear a diverse perspective. Y'all see, we don't agree on a lot. This here, I do not think is an echo chamber. I think we have very different opinions, perspectives, things that we bring. And so I just want us to continue to grow personally, professionally, and grow our audience in this space. And I'm thankful for the thousands, literally thousands of you who reached out to us over the past week to let us know what you meant. And I think it was heard from here to iHeart executives.
Man, cope is real, man. Salute to everybody out there. Any RJ Tuber, who are did you come up here before?
Yeah, I've been on here before.
Okay, what are your thoughts, man?
I mean, well, yeah, I mean, these liberal people, I mean, obviously they gaslight. I mean, that's their whole thing is, I mean, everything they claim like the Republicans are doing, they themselves have done, you know? That's for sure true. Like, it's pretty much everything they claim, like, they actually have done, like, talking about lawfare, how they're worried about Trump's going to go after all of them and stuff like that. That's what they literally have been doing to, like, the Republicans all this time, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Now she talks about white people like a dog right there. And if any white person, the threshold of what a white person could say to her to be branded a racist or about her or to any black person,
not even close to what they say.
Yeah, it's like a white person could like just, I mean, like roll their eyes and she would call them a racist.
Right.
So it's like
white people got to get comfortable throwing the racist word around.
Well, they've taken away the like meaning, the power of that word is like kind of lost like its meaning, you know. Like I don't think many people even like pay attention to it much anymore. When people call someone a racist, it's like, I mean, who really, like, you can be called racist for like looking at someone the wrong way, you know. They take offense by just like your side, like a glance or something, you know. Like people call people racist now for literally anything. It's just ridiculous. It's sort of lost its like power that it used to have.
Yeah, it's lost its power in a lot of circles because of Trump's election. A lot of things have lost their power. A lot of people are freer to speak, just to just speak openly and not have to, like, you know, filter your thoughts through different, like 5 different fucking filters before you actually say it.
And all across what a value this show is. But most importantly, our conversations with you, the audience, is what we value the most.
Yeah, I'll just quickly say.
Oh, man. So, yeah, man. Any final thoughts, guys, man? Any final thoughts?
No, I'm good.
All right, guys. Same black time, same black channel. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. It's very important to subscribe because a lot of people aren't getting notifications. You can see the numbers are down. But everyone unsubscribe and resubscribe so you can get the notification. And then put your notifications, set your notifications to all so you can get all of the notifications anytime I drop something. I'm out of here. Peace out.
Have a good night.